Louder!
And it's time for the Gore N More podcast.
Gonna have a good time. Gonna have a good time. Yeah, we're gonna have a good time.
We're going on now.
A ball break, walking hand in hand in the moonlight. We'll breathe the sweet salt air. I swear we'll never part.
We're going on now.
A ball break, running in the sand, feeling alright.
And what's up, Gorehounds? Welcome to the Gore N More podcast. I am that not so mean fluff master supreme, Big Johnny D, bringing this shit show in as always. However, I do not bring this shit show in alone. I almost stroked out there. So for with me as always, and let's see, what do we got? What is the what's the bureau? What is it?
The
Bureau for Paranormal Investigation.
Paranormal. I don't even remember.
Fuck it, dude. We're the paranormal researchers of the fucking shit show. I'm
Well,
just
one
going
of us is. The rest of us were just,
No, he's legit for this is just legit. This is just for today, and this is just for Naysay. So, but let me introduce my homies as I always do. First and foremost, we have the Dark Lord of Knowledge, the Chad Daddy himself, Mr. Chad Chrisman.
What's up, bitches?
Yee. We have the Meat Mountain himself.
Himself.
Right.
He's choking on it. It's okay.
Right, I am. Oh man, the killing machine, Mr. Babe Amone.
Howdy, folks. Real quick, before you move on to Steve, all I have to say is it still sounds, the fact that, let me guess, I sound like shit, don't I?
It went poppy again. Why?
Fucking Christ.
Dude, we thought we had this, folks. It's okay.
Well, and what I'm trying to say is the fact that the shitty Smoke on the Water song in that trailer just knocked it down a few for me in the rating. That's all
That's
I'm gonna
fair.
say.
That's fair. That's fair. And the Duke of the Dead, Lord Scuba Cabra, the host with the ghost, Mr. Steve Vasquez.
Hola, ¿cómo estás, mi amigos?
Yee. Today is September 19th, 2022. Goddamn, we are deep in September already.
Yeah, we are.
And we have a fun episode today. We'll see how it goes. I feel like could be half-halves. Just taking a guess, but we'll see. Before I get into it, I don't want to say anything else, but we're going to talk about what we did like we always do. So, Mr. Vasquez, if you could please.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for your
Hell yeah.
Magnifico.
That was
Yeah,
fantastic.
brother.
Gracias.
I didn't nothing. I did like nothing. I did some more work around the house, started reorganizing, getting some stuff packed away, put away into organized into the basement. I'm actually in the middle of reorganizing my bookshelf in the closet. So like the wife had a bunch of crafts and stuff on there. So she put that into totes. We put it in the basement. And I'm actually starting to get my books out. So I got my whole Stephen King collection on the bookshelf. And the wife has some of her books out. It's actually turning into a little kind of a mini library, which is what we really wanted. It's only been, 10 months it took us to get there.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's been a few days out of the week. This weekend, holy shit. So this weekend it was nonstop this weekend. Saturday, they have, so we have a Smucker's factory here in town. It's a big Smucker's factory, Smucker's peanut butter. Yeah, they do Jif, Smucker, and so they have a peanut butter festival every year. And so we took the kids to that, and my wife's best friend brought her kids down. So it was just a whole bunch of running around. My son's soccer team was in the parade. They have a parade, so he got to sit on the float with the other kids, which was really cool. That was like a last minute decision. It was like the parade was on Saturday, and on Friday the coach said, "Hey, if anyone wants to do this, it's available." And I asked my son, and he's like, "Yeah, I want to do it." And that was just him and like 2 or 3 others from his team. The rest of the team just didn't. Like the coach himself didn't even put his own kid. He wasn't even in it, so I was kind of disappointed. But
yeah.
So Sunday, and it was really hot too. It was like in the mid 80s, which is like really hot here this time of year.
Yeah, what
Steve,
the fuck is this like warm weather coming around in spooky season, man?
Because Mother Nature's a cocksucker. That's why.
And
Right?
then today, I swear it didn't get above 70, if it even reached 70.
Steve,
sorry,
you
you
get
know.
this, man.
I hate it when y'all complain about the weather and y'all are like, oh my God, it's 80 degree. I would kill for 80-degree fucking weather because
Well,
this shit in the 90s and hundreds is fucking garbage.
Well, then
No,
move
and you
to
know
a
what?
state
You
that
guys-
that
you-
allows it.
You guys
year.
are used to it. Plus, the humidity up here kicks it up another 10 degrees.
Oh,
Yeah, but they got
we're-
humidity too, though.
Yeah, we have like 90% to 100% humidity almost daily.
But, homie, I'm gonna send you them videos every day at 3 in the fucking morning when my ass is out there snow blowing a foot of fucking snow. And be like, hey,
Yeah.
Scoops, why don't you suck a big fucking one?
Yep.
And you can have this bullshit.
Because you don't
over
get
your
that
fucking heat.
bullshit.
Yeah. Freezing
Yeah.
your fucking nuts off
Yeah,
2
you
hours
guys have-
before
you
going
guys
into
have-
work because
You guys
gotta
have a
fucking clear
nice
your
range
driveway.
of temperatures. Ours is like up here and then way down here.
Ours is a moody bitch, dude, and you never
No,
know what
no,
the fuck she's
no,
gonna be.
But
No,
here's the
I-
best part though. When the weather does get cold and like let's say we get like a freeze, it only freezes for half a day, but the whole fucking city shuts down. The whole state shuts down, which is fine because I get a fucking paid day off of work.
Right? Like you guys get like a fucking snowflake, and you're like, "Oh my god, woo!" You don't know.
We get a snowflake
Dude,
and we're like, fuck.
our work, dude. If we don't get like 3 feet, and it's actually like the
Mhm.
county closes the county down specifically, and they're like, "Yeah, no." Work's still like, "So can you make it in?" It's like,
Yeah.
fuck off, dude.
Yep.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Way different scenarios. Ah, fucking. Anyway,
So yeah, and then Sunday, my son had a soccer game, which they finally won a game. They won 6-1. I was pretty impressed.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
very
Yeah,
good.
so he's still learning the ropes. He said he doesn't think he wants to come back and do soccer. He'd rather do baseball. I'm like, buddy, stick with soccer. Baseball is boring. Like
I mean,
you're
don't
gonna
know.
do a lot of sitting and a lot of standing in baseball. He doesn't like all the running in soccer.
It's like my daughter. She doesn't like the running
Yo.
and track.
So that's when you play indoor soccer, because indoor soccer is fucking sweet, man. And I don't know if any of y'all play that shit, but it's way smaller of a field. So your running is very mute unless you are like
We don't have that option here.
No,
It's
damn.
all outdoor.
Say, dude, indoor soccer is. Even my fat ass played indoor soccer, but of course they were like, John goalie. I was like, done. Like, The
less
worst
running,
running,
the
man, is
better.
like, bro, I was like my size in 9th grade, right? And this is when we were playing that. And then we had to play at this travel league. And this travel league is like a bunch of 12-year-olds, dude. They whooped our fucking asses, though, man, because them little shits were fast as fuck, dude. It was ridiculous. Anyways,
But yeah, aside from that, not much new this way. So let's bring it down below. Bobby, what did you do
Hi.
this past weekend?
Well, other than me sounding like a crackly bitch right now, I actually had a decent weekend. Friday, my girlfriend took my mom out to dinner for no reason other than we can. We went to Harold's, which I don't think you boys know, but Harold's it's a place where dreams come true.
Oh my.
And by that, I mean, you get, I don't know if you boys are a fan of corned beef and pastrami, but they give you a mountain of each and you make your own sandwiches and shit. And
so you literally ate a meat mountain this weekend.
literally,
So
the
meat
mountain
got
had a
meat
meat mountain.
Nice.
Yeah, buddy.
But like everything is big. Like no, literally, your thing of water. If you want water, is this big? Like it's big. If you get a root beer, it's a mug that looks like Andre the Giant would have in his hand. Like but the food it's fucking good. If you guys come to me, I bring you, and we eat like
we
eat
must
like kings.
go to you, my friend. We must
eat
go
like
to you.
kings.
We eat like kings,
right.
and then we shit it all out later and go.
Oh, God.
And then Saturday, I took her apple picking, first one of the season,
Oh,
and that was a success. And Saturday night was the first haunt of the season.
Yeah, I heard
went
you
to-
saw
fuck yeah.
Mr. Lupo.
I did. He was there dressed as Jason. It was Nightmare on Gravity Hill down in Jackson, New Jersey. It was great. It was they
Nice.
added more to it. He actually came up to me and gave me a hug while people were there. I'm like, you're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to keep in character.
It's two giants meeting each other, man. It always has.
I know. But no, it was cool to go to that. So the first one of the season, and then Sunday, we did like a buffet to celebrate her grandma's birthday. She passed away, but they did on her birthday, and then we just hung out. That was it. That was my extent for the weekend. Still had horror, had a haunted attraction in there, which another one coming up this next weekend. So it's spooky season. That fuck shit is here. So I'm ready to spend the money. Be like, take my money. Let's go to every fucking place we can. So that's our plan for the next month.
hell yeah.
There you go. Nice.
But that's enough about my weekend, we're gonna go this way to this sexy beast over here.
All right, so my week was pretty chill. Worked all week. Friday night, I got to go to a comedy show, and I have not been to a comedy show in years, my boys. And I went to the Birdie Boy Relapse tour and got to see Bert Kreischer.
How was
It
it?
was fucking hilarious. Let me tell you, man. He did tell the story of the machine, which was his last bit that he was getting into because everybody wanted it, and he's like, "I know what the fuck you want. Fuck off." But he was getting, he was drinking on stage, and then I yelled, "Chug it," and then somebody else yelled, "Chug it," and then the crowd just like, "Chug it, chug it." So I started the "Chug it" chant, and he's like, "Oh, y'all really don't want that," and he fucking chugged it. And then while telling the story of the machine, we got like 8 more stories. And finally he branched off, finally came back to it and finished his story, and that was the end of the show. But he was fucking hilarious. Like all the other 2 comedians, I don't remember their names, but they were actually pretty funny as well. And then I worked after that, and then we had our keeping every youth in school volunteer thing that we have yearly, where the community gets together to go look for students that did not enroll in school. So I woke up early in the morning, 8 o'clock Saturday, after working all night, and did that. And then I came home and got my Jason cosplay together real quick, one that I had never done before. I just kind of threw everything together, weathered everything as much best as I could. And then I got to suit up in my Jason cosplay for the first time in a long time. And I made the cover story on our local newspaper, which is pretty cool because it's my second time being the cover photo dressed up as Jason in our newspaper. So yeah, it was just a pretty chill weekend. And then yesterday I hung out with my grandma, brought her over to see my new house for the first time.
Aw.
And she loved it. She was sitting in the living room while we were she was watching us hang stuff up in the living room. And I came to show her my bedroom. Well, there's 3 steps right here. And I told her, don't go down the steps. You're just going to look over the little balcony right here and down into my room. Well, she does what she wants, and she just kept walking like if there was floor there, and almost fell. So luckily I grabbed her arm at the last minute and I pulled her back up, and I said, "I told you not to go that way." And she just looked at me and hit me. And I was like, why are you trying to kill yourself, Grandma? So that was it. And then I got to watch this movie, and now Johnny, talk to us, baby.
Oh, let's see. I pretty much kept it simple this weekend. I finally closed the pool, which was sad, but it just means spooky season's even that much more deeper now. We are officially out of summer. So other than that, I enjoyed myself by doing some gaming this weekend because it's been kind of shitty here. It's been raining. And so Metal Hellsinger came out this past week. So I fucking been dabbling hard on that. And I didn't even have to buy it because it came right out on Game Pass. So thank you, Xbox, for that. Fucking fantastic game, dude. I'm so much like I overplayed the demo. So when I got to that level, I was just like that level. I was like, crush. But then the other ones, I was like, ooh, rusty. gotta figure this out. But I played it. So we bought one of the newer Xboxes for our bedroom. Me and my wife are bad. We have way too many gaming systems in this house. But I was playing on that. But the problem is I wasn't playing with my headphones. I was playing with just the soundbar, right? But the game sets you up for audio and video latency. And I don't know what it was, but just playing that way, I had like almost like 156 milliseconds of latency, which is fucking ridiculous if you really think about it for like audio wise.
Yeah.
So then I was like, I gotta just play it on PC like I was. I played it on PC and it was like, oh, all right. I'm not as terrible as I thought I fucking was. It just really was that bad of latency. So other than that, and then I was like, I want to play some spooky games, but I want to play some spooky games that I haven't played. So I started playing Alice McGee's, or I'm sorry, what is it? It's McGee. I can't remember the actual first name, but it's Alice Returns. And I don't know if you guys have ever played it, but it was, it was American McGee's Alice.
Oh, yeah.
There was an old PC game.
Yeah.
And then this is the secondary one. It came out in like 2011. Super like goth gothic style vibes. If you're into like the Tim Burton style kind of shit,
Yeah.
dude, it's totally your game. It's one I've never played, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go back into the vault, fucking pull one out, and here we go. So I'm gonna try to beat that, and then one I'm planning on going back to, and I've never beaten, and I feel shitty for doing, is Alien Isolation. It's one I've always
Ooh.
like.
Oh, that's a.
I never
I
beat
liked
it
that
because,
game.
well, I kind of got a little bored in it, but I only got
So did
bored
I.
because I played Outlast and beat it right before I played that, and that's literally the same fucking game mechanic. So that was just a little bit too much of the same thing. You know what I mean for me? So, but hey, Kaylee knows what I'm talking about. Yeah, dude, the Alice games are fucking sweet, and I didn't even realize. But on the Alice game, because I was like, man, I'm like, it's been so long since I played the original one. I would love to play it. And it had it in the game, and I didn't even realize it on the fucking menu. So I was like, oh shit. So I started playing the original one. But I feel like I want to play that on PC because that's how I originally played it. Like back in fucking, I think it was shit, 99, 98.
Oh, since you're talking about gaming, I did start playing this week. What was it? Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon. The expansion for that.
Dude, Blood
I
Dragon
fucking
is
love it.
fantastic.
It's hilarious.
I'm gonna stand on this hill. Best Far Cry out there out of any Far Cry. I don't give a fly fuck what anybody
wow.
says. Yeah,
I'm in-
you know
I'm-
why?
I-
Because it's short, it's sweet, and it's fan fucking tastic, dude.
Yeah,
Like,
it doesn't take itself seriously.
Have
It
you
has-
ever played it,
No.
bro? You play as Michael Biehn
Mhm.
from the fucking Terminator as a Terminator.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
Whoa,
and it's all
okay.
80s, like fucking just you're just
and
gonna
it uses Terminator
like,
music, different
ever.
stuff like that.
Dude,
It's
wait,
fun-
wait,
it's-
wait,
it is
Aliens
so
references.
funny.
There's RoboCop, dude. You're shooting dudes and dicks. Like there's fucking you're fighting. Oh, dude, it's awesome.
Okay, did,
I want
did you
them to
see?
remaster
Have you ever
that
seen?
shit.
Have you ever seen Kung Fury?
Yes.
It's basically the same sense
Kung
of humor
Fury
as that.
is like
it's like they made Kung Fury into a
saw
video
that.
game.
Right. Kung Fury saw that shit and they're like, we want to make this into a movie.
Right.
Like that's what
I'm sold. I'm fucking sold. Like,
and that's
am
how I
sold.
always felt, which I've never even watched Kung Fury, which I'm stupid. I don't know why. I just never sat down and do
Such
it.
a great fucking movie.
It is so funny.
But it's one
awesome.
of those ones where I'm like, I mean, I've seen the music video a million times, but it's one of those
The
ones where even when I saw the trailer, I was like, oh my God, this is fucking Blood Dragon, dude. Bro, it's so like super synth wave shit. It's fucking awesome. I highly recommend it. That's awesome that you're playing that now,
sold
Chad.
me.
Eddie. Hell yeah, dude. That was fantastic.
It's absolute. It's an absolute blast.
But no, so yeah, playing Alice, playing the American McGee Alice Returns, that shit's cool. And I don't even know how to explain it. It's almost like a 3D platformer is the easiest way to like there's fighting and shit, you know what I mean? Like you get a knife and it's cool because like you have a machine gun, but your machine gun's a pepper grinder. And
God.
but
Okay,
yeah,
that alone sells the game right there.
no, it's a fun game, dude. And it's always one I've meant to play, just never have. So I was like, you know what? Sometimes you got to dig back, man, because as many games as pump out, dude, there's a lot of good ones that just get missed because of timing. So, and then I watched this movie for the first time, to which I am excited to talk about. So let's fucking talk about that. To which this was actually my pick because I didn't know what else to pick for the superhero shit. Well, I did, but couldn't do it. So
Yeah. Fucking next year, buddy. Next year.
yeah, right. What are we on? 207? Jesus Christ, I'm on the wrong notes. Okay, so we're talking 2019 Hellboy, which was released April 12th, 2019. And if you guys don't mind, I'll fucking take the plot rundown. I haven't done
Go
it.
for it, man.
I guess.
Go
What was
for
your
it.
pick?
Working side by side with his father figure and leader of the top secret Bureau of Paranormal Research and Defense, Professor Trevor Bruttenholm, an infernal avenger and humankind's unlikely defender, Hellboy crosses paths with a familiar old adversary bent on revenge. Against the backdrop of a dreadful threat by a defeated evil sorceress, an eternal queen of blood, Nemu, right? Did I say that right?
Something like that.
I feel like they said it a couple different ways in it, and it was weird.
Yeah.
Okay. A double-crossed Hellboy along with the psychic fellow agent Alice Monaghan. I said that fucking wrong. Mahaneg? I caught the Bobby.
Monaghan? I don't
Monaghan?
Mon-
All right.
Yeah, I'm not correcting it because I get
With the
Get it.
psychophalic. Ha! What the fuck?
Wow. Wow.
My shit just got all jumbled around with the psychic fellow agent Alice. And we're leaving it there.
Psychophallic.
Psychophallic.
We just created a new X-Men.
Like psychic symbol.
We just created a new X-Men. And the battle scarred operative, Major Ben Diamio.
Daimo.
Daimo? That's it?
Yeah.
Well,
Daimo.
that doesn't sound as nice. Embark on a dangerous quest to thwart the witch's dark plans and to avert the end of the world. Now the troubled hornless demon has to pick sides and realize his full potential. However, is Hellboy indeed one of the good guys? Directed by Neil Marshall, Dog Soldiers and The Descent. Great movies.
Yes.
Written by Andrew Cosby from Haunted and Eureka. I don't know what that is. Based on Dark Horse Comics by Mike Mignola. Produced by Lawrence Gordon from Predator and Event Horizon. Lloyd Levin from The Rocketeer and Watchmen. And Mike Richardson from Mystery Men and My Name is Bruce. Fantastic
Fucking
movie.
love that movie.
That's why I threw that on there. It's like, yeah, he did that. I gotta add that on.
All right, Bob.
Take it away, buddy.
We need like a theme song before he reads the names. Let's see how
we're gonna have,
Bobby fucks up. Let's see how Bobby
It's got to be like the
fucks
Tonight
up
Show. Here's Bobby.
Starring David Harbour. Am I saying that right? Boar, or is it Bauer?
Harbor.
It's just Harbor.
Okay. Stranger Things, Black Widow as Hellboy, Anung Unrama. Is that his other name?
Yes, it was.
Okay, never knew that. Mia Jovovich, The Fifth Element, Resident Evil as
The Blood Queen. Just say the Blood Queen. Just
the Blood Queen. That's it. We're keeping it short. Ian McShane, Pirates of the Caribbean on Stranger Tides. John Wick as Professor Trevor Broom Ruttenholm. Close enough. Sasha Lang, American Honey. Daniel Isn't Real as Alice. Yep, as Alice. Yep. Nope.
Yeah, you don't even have to say it. Alice
Yeah.
is fine.
Daniel Dae Kim, Lost Hawaii 5-0 as Ben How'd you say it before?
Daimo.
Stephen Graham, voice Pirates of the Caribbean on Stranger Tides. Venom, Let There Be Carnage.
Hey,
What?
Bob.
Yeah.
I almost hate to even ask this. Just give your USB thing just a tap, just a little love tap.
I gave it a tap.
All right.
It got worse.
Shit. As I said, I almost hate to ask, but anyways, keep it going, bud. Fuck it.
See. Douglas Tate on set, uncredited. Freddy vs. Jason. Thor as Grogach. Am I saying Grogach? Gagoots. I don't know how to say his name.
Gagucci.
Close enough. Okay. Sophie Akanedo. Close enough. Ace Ventura, When Nature Calls. Death on the Nile as Lady Hatton.
Who's she
Alistar.
in Ace Ventura?
I'm trying
She
to
was the
think.
princess.
Was she? Oh, the one who.
Wait, the Virgin?
Well, yeah, the one he made not a
Yeah,
virgin.
right. They can tell that. They can tell that.
I could tell that.
I just remembered that part.
Alistar Petrie, whatever.
Yep.
Devil's Playground, Rogue One, the Star Wars story as. What the fuck?
What are you doing?
I'm not
My
doing anything.
fucking- My fat ass finger just went ham.
As Lord Adam, Brian Gleason, Snow White, and the Huntsman, Assassin's Creed as Merlin. Jesus fucking Christ, I'm having a coronary over here.
Sorry, Big Johnny D just erased like half the show notes.
Yeah, I did.
accidentally.
I was not trying to do that. I was trying to follow, and for some reason, it went into edit mode.
I'm just going to cut through this. Penelope Mitchell, The Vampire Diaries, Star Trek, Picard as Janita, whatever. Mark Stanley, Star Wars, The Force Awakens, run as King Arthur. Thomas Hayden Church, Tales from the Crypt presents Demon Knight, Spider-Man 3 as Lobster Johnson. I fucking love that name.
Right? Fantastic.
That's the
name.
best name. Chad, take it away.
Absolutely. Music by Benjamin Wallfish, It, and Mortal Kombat 2021. Cinematography by Lorenzo Senatore, Wrong Turn 3, Left 4 Dead, Swamp Sharks. Edited by Martin Burfield. No, he did like a lot of like sci-fi movies. That was the least weird one I could find. Martin Burnfeld edited Piranha 3 Double D and Power Rangers, distributed by Lionsgate. Runtime of 121 minutes, rated R, for mature audiences. Budget of 50 mil, only grossed 55.1 mil. Did not do well.
Haley, real quick, I'm going to send you something and it'll fit your thickness.
Oh, Jesus.
Thiak.
Whoa, ho, ho, ho. This is a family
Hey.
show, Bobby.
It's a family
right.
show,
I didn't mean,
Bubba.
all right, come on. I didn't mean it in that way.
All right, so I feel like this movie kind of did shitty because, for one,
People are cocksuckers.
well,
Everybody
it was a
wanted Hellboy 3. This wasn't Hellboy 3.
that, and I don't feel like it was time to reboot Hellboy yet. That's my thought. I
Agreed.
thought it should have waited a little bit longer, and I get the eagerness of it, but at the same time, you could have made just Hellboy 3 and had him be Hellboy in that.
They
More
they
people would have
were-
complained.
They were working on it, and then fucking
Yeah.
Lionsgate dropped this. It's in my notes. Yes, there
Okay.
were talks about doing
I-
Hellboy 3.
Absolutely love this movie. I don't care what the haters say. I don't care how much money it made at the box office. This movie was extremely entertaining for me. It was fun. David Harbour was fucking amazing as Hellboy. Like you said, it's not Ron Perlman. It's not Red Ron Perlman.
No.
You know, but it's also not Red David Harbour.
No, he looks. They definitely gave him way more facial, like higher cheekbone. It made him look more like a
Yeah.
demon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
I'm not
had
gonna
more of a comic
listen.
book look.
I'm not. There's things maybe I can shit on this movie, and I probably will. But overall, I was thoroughly entertained by this movie.
Yeah.
I've never seen it, and that's why I decided
Mhm.
for us to watch it. Now, like I told the two boys that earlier before the show, with going into this, you really got to put the blockers down of Ron Perlman Hellboy nostalgia.
Yeah.
You just got to do it. It's really fucking hard. I'm not going to say it's not, because there's parts where I'm like, man, this could really just fit right into it.
Mm-hmm.
And it can, because it's still fucking Hellboy. You know what I mean? Like the source material is still source material at its best. With which director chose to do with each one. Like, dude, when it started going into the Nazi shit on this one, I wanted so much more of that because of the original Hellboy. But once again, this is not the original Hellboy.
Mm.
So
Mhm.
we got to take it with that. I enjoyed it. I thought it still felt very fantasy. Now, like I was saying with Chad Daddy, I felt like the violence was thrown in there just to try to get the R, but a lot of the violence wasn't even necessarily centered around Hellboy in itself.
Mm-hmm.
And I only say that just when we get the cool like kaiju's attacking the world scene at the end. That's the best way to
Yeah.
explain it, right?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not appreciative, dude, that we get a bunch of giant monsters just ripping motherfuckers apart, but at the same time, it also just feels like it was kind of like
A different movie.
fluffed in there. It just feels like it was fluffed in there a little bit because like Hellboy didn't have any interaction with those things. Like it was just like these things came in and then they disappeared, and I was like, oh, okay.
This was my first watch too, so I love the first two. But the way I said this before we went on air, I compare this in a way to Morbius. It felt like it was rushed. They should have taken their time. It felt a little flat. It was entertaining, yes, but it felt a little flat. Like Donnie just said it before. None of the violence had anything to do with what was going on, and it's just not what we should have gotten. Straight across the board.
I
But
feel
it
like
had
part of
to
the
have.
reason, I think part of the reason is we have a lack of familiarity with the Hellboy universe itself. Like most of what we know about Hellboy is from the first two Hellboy movies, and that's not really even that close to the original source material. And apparently this
At
one
all.
is this, yeah, and this
is
one
way
dials
closer.
this is more horror oriented, but I felt that at times the comedy made it seem too cheesy to
But
a point.
that's Hellboy comics. See, and that's
Yeah, see that's
that's
I
what
know
irks
that.
me. That's what irks me so much about the comparisons of the Ron Perlman films and this film, because people are always bitching, oh, well, it's nothing like the comic. The comic's way better. It's nothing like the Ron Perlman movies were nothing like the fucking comic at all. People love those movies, and that's fine. I love those movies. I love this movie because it incorporates 5, not just one fucking storyline. There's 5 different stories that were thrown in to make this fucking movie. And they're 5 of probably the best Hellboy comics that I ever read. Like really fucking good ones, you know what I mean? And so I appreciated the way that they made it comical, you know, because that is Hellboy. Nothing like Morbius. Morbius was trash compared to this movie. This movie did great, and the only reason that it did not do good at the box office wasn't because it was a shitty movie, because it's not a shitty movie. It only did bad at the box office because the fanboys of the original films sat there and talked so much shit over Twitter and gave it such bad reviews, people did not want to go watch it. And at first, I was one of those people. I didn't want to give David Harbour a chance because that's not Ron Perlman. That's not Hellboy. And
I was never the
I
thing that
absolutely
pushed
love
me
this movie.
back by
Well,
any
see, I can-
means.
No,
I can remember
yeah.
I remember when the first Hellboy came out and they announced Ron Perlman was going to be Hellboy. I'm like, no. Vin Diesel should be Hellboy.
Ew.
Mm.
Oh
This
God,
this
no.
this was
Yeah.
back before they did numerous
This is
Fast and
for my
Furious
Hell
movies.
family.
This was right around the time
Riddick.
Pitch Black. Pitch Black.
Yeah.
Yep.
So he would have been good as Hellboy.
So I want to say not, and I can't remember, and I'm trying to look, but I feel like this was contending with some heavy hitters at the same time.
It was. That's in my notes. It came out.
Oh, you know
in
what
the-
it was?
In the same month it came out was Shazam came out right before it, and Avengers Endgame came out
Boom.
literally
Yeah,
right
there you
after.
go. Yeah.
That's what killed it right there. And I agree, dude. I feel like if you had released this not against those two, because I love Shazam as well.
Mhm.
But if you had not released this in those time slots, I feel like this would have done way better.
Yeah, because those three all came out in April, so that's a pretty tight competition right there.
Yeah, dude. Especially Endgame. Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, that
10 years and the people have been waiting fucking 10 years for that fucking movie.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you're like, all right, this movie I've been waiting for 10 years for, or this new Hellboy that I had no idea was even fucking coming out of the pocket. Like, I don't know. And I was all for it because I was like, all right, cool, dude. Rated R. I like David Harbour because, dude, at least I have seen the first season of Stranger Things, and I was a very huge fan of him in that. So I agree, Kaylee. This should have
Yeah.
been like a Halloween season. Or
You know
like-
what
yeah.
though? This movie gave us a better Bebop than Ninja Turtles Out of the Shadows gave us.
Yeah.
It gave us a way more hardcore Bebop, but that would
Yeah,
I feel like Out of the Shadows gave us a pretty solid Bebop. I don't
yeah,
know.
but they
It was
were
still
too
fucking- it was
over
still-
the top.
But that's what Rocksteady and Bebop are.
You know, I completely forgot that we actually had a live action Rocksteady and Bebop, and I put on Out of the Shadows
Because that's
like
how
2 weeks
bad-
ago.
It's
Like 2
how
weeks ago, and I
bad
was
it
like,
was,
Out of the
dude.
Shadows, which one's this one? And I'm like, oh god damn it! I had
Remember the whole
completely
Krang fight
erased
at the
that
end,
movie.
dude?
Yeah.
Like in the clouds and shit. I'm like,
Yeah.
what the fuck is going on? At that point, and I'm watching it. I remember, sorry for the side note here on random fucking Ninja Turtles. But at that point, when you are full on CGI for your whole last fucking action battle, why not just have the whole movie be CGI? You know what I mean? Like,
Megan Fox. That's why.
because you know what, dude? I'm sorry, but Green Arrow as fucking Casey Jones just didn't sell it for me. I didn't
No,
like him as
no,
Casey Jones by any
I just
means.
didn't like the whole him being a cop angle to it. It was
Yeah, that was bullshit. And I'm like,
Yeah.
no, man, I want him to be a grubby street guy who's just sick of this bullshit, dude. Like,
back to Hellboy though. That's a discussion for another time.
yeah, right. That's not full on superhero shit. No, but this movie, I feel like I said, I feel like some of the violence in there was fluff. Some of it was cool, man. Like especially when he had the first vision when he first touched Excalibur.
yeah.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, that
And
was dope.
That was fucking
I
insane,
loved
man.
that. Yeah.
Right? Like he just so when it went into it, like I must have like blinked or like looked down at my popcorn or something because I was just like, what the fuck just happened, dude? Because like scene transition wise, I saw
Yeah.
him going for the sword. I look down, I look up, and he's riding a fucking dragon. I'm like, whoa, what the fuck just happened here? Did I miss something? And no, I really didn't, dude. It was just instantaneous. Like I just missed like
when
the
they
flash
when
into
they
his
showed
face,
that, I
but-
thought he was in like hell, and then they show like a cityscape. I'm like, oh no, that's not hell.
dude, and he was murking motherfuckers, dude.
He
It
was,
was
dude.
badass. He looked badass. I liked his dragon. I don't know what the fuck was going on there. I don't know if that has a name, but it should.
It probably does.
Yeah. I will say, and I feel like I missed it in the trailer. Did you catch it when they were making out covered in blood? When the fuck was that?
I missed that too.
I missed that too. Yeah.
I don't think
Maybe that was just thrown in the trailer. Just
it might have
like
been.
I think that was
because I'm like,
yeah.
dude, I swear to God, I never walked really away, and anything that I thought I missed, I rewound to catch again, and I never saw the fucking bloody makeout scene, which I feel like kind of missed out on something there. What the
Oh
fuck?
my Lanta!
Yeah.
Look who is in the chat.
Good, she can scream away.
Great.
Ah,
She always does.
yeah, right. So,
Oh my!
like I said, though, I feel like David Arbor. I feel like he played a solid Hellboy. You know what I mean? Like I liked his look. I thought some of the stuff that they did with the hand was funny. I feel like they could, and once again, I know it's trying to be like the comic, and maybe it was like the comic. I don't know, but like if you didn't have Baby Hellboy in it, it wouldn't have felt so much more like the other one. Does that make sense? I don't know. Like,
But I think they had to at least touch on his origin.
no, I know, but the fact that they showed like all that, I'm like, oh my god, dude, I just wanted that to lead into the intro from the first one, because I feel like you could have just snipped it and that coming in, and then they could have went to like, oh,
I love that scene though, because it shows Rasputin and it shows the whatever the Clockwork Man was.
Yeah,
and it
shows
showed
the
them.
fucking.
And then it's like, then you're like, oh, okay, this is kind of like the original. And then the fucking lobster shows up and blasts the fuck out of everybody.
The lobster was fantastic, and I honest to God I thought it was John Cena at first. I was very confused.
I could see why you think
well,
that.
it was the chin, and it was the kind of the voice. I was like, is this John Cena?
But you could see him, so it wasn't him.
Yeah, so
right.
you could tell.
But now that I know who it is, the dude from fucking
Wings.
Tales of the Crypt. Well, or Wings, yeah. I was going more Demon Knight, but I could totally see the voice in the chin now. And obviously he was Hellboy's Captain America. That's what we're going with.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
And how about that? And I love that fucking bonus, the mid-credits scene where he's like totally geeking out because he finally meets the lobster.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that was fucking hilarious. He's like, I love you, Lobster Johnson.
That's awesome, dude. But so like Chad Daddy, I know you said like some of the stuff that took you out, like you didn't care for the intro per se.
I hated the intro, dude.
Yeah.
Like if we were just, and I can tell you right now when it comes up, did the opening scene hook you? And no, it did not, because it was really cheesy and shitty. I just didn't like it. The acting, the voiceover was horrible in that intro. The movie did get better.
Okay.
But
so I mean, like overall, like we have a lot of CGI in this, but then again, it's a movie where
It's going to have to be CGI.
right. Like I feel like it's required. You know what I mean? Like, and some might argue not. And I would say, okay, sure. Yeah, there is ways around it, but more than likely, most people aren't going to go back into like stop motion animation shit and everything like that to do giant monsters. You know what I mean? Or fucking, we're talking like suit kaiju. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't fit for like how it's set or how
I did like some of the things, like the designs for especially the demons at the end when they came out of hell, because these were like biblically accurate. Like you see all the depictions and it's like the devil's the horns, but like in the Bible it described angels as having like 1,000 eyes and all this weird shit, and that was more accurate to what was described to things like that than
seeing that made me want to make a horror movie with that. Like that alone.
Yeah, that would be fantastic.
What's that? Oh, like the demons at the end, you're saying?
Yeah.
I mean, that shit's
like
that would be
one
like
that one that like literally walked right through fucking London Bridge.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what was the most? So, all right, you know what? Like
there were some very ugly looking.
What was your favorite one out of the giant weird kaiju monster things?
The one that
I
ripped
gotta
the
go.
guy's fucking face off.
I love the one that had their bodies stuck to his legs.
Oh, like okay,
Yeah,
like
That was a good one too. Yeah.
They were all impaled on his legs. That was crazy.
Wait, now I
that
got
was good. I don't know, dude, because like there's so many ones, like they're all fucked in so ways, but like that other one, like yeah, it's fire, so it's fast, man. But he just took out so many more people with just like his fucking. I don't know.
Oh yeah, that thing. That thing was awesome too.
Yeah, it is. It's not good.
it's like all the monsters from The Mist. You know, each one is so just so unique.
That movie, man. That movie brings out rage. Fucking hate. Like, I love that movie, but I hate that movie.
I love how they changed it because the book does not have that ending.
No, dude, I was so pissed, dude, when I saw that shit. Not that I read the book or anything. It's just more like
I read the book like in junior high.
I guess like
it's one of my favorite Stephen King stories.
I guess like moral dilemma. I just feel like I'm like, no, like not.
Hey boys, I'll be back. Y'all continue the discussion. I gotta go handle some shit.
All right.
Absolutely, Scoops, no problem. All right, Scoops will be back. But we are generally discussing still nonetheless. So, all right. We like the action of it. I'm sorry, there's a fucking fly in here. It is pissing me the fuck off.
He fucking landed on you before.
Dude, he did. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here, man?
Just wait till winter hits and I got a fucking stink bug flying around here. That happens every year.
Oh
Real quick, I know we're mid-show. I still sound crackly, yes? Just want to make sure.
Yes.
Yeah, a little bit.
But do I still sound okay?
It's
as good as it's gonna get.
yeah,
no.
dude. Like, I don't know if you want to try to reset it. You're more than welcome, dude. Chad and I can still keep juggling. You know we can.
All right, give me like 2 minutes.
Go right
Sure thing,
ahead,
buddy.
bud. No,
Sure.
you're fine, man. We'll keep it on discuss, dude.
All right.
Absolutely. All right. This fucking fly, dude. I swear to God, man. If there's like 1,000 flies coming out, man, there's some like.
That's on your
dude,
face,
look at
dude.
that. He just fucking landed on me. What the fuck, dude?
Is it green? Is it the green fly from fucking Amityville?
That's what I'm fucking wondering, dude. Like, what the fuck is going on?
Oh shit, dude. But yeah, back to this. I mean, I didn't hate it. And
No.
I tried to go in with such an open mind, but like, you know, Heather was texting me about it a little bit ago. I'm like, I fucking fell asleep. You know, halfway into it, I'm starting to nod off. And maybe it's because I didn't sleep the greatest last night, but it's just, and it was the part with Baba Yaga is where I started to nod off. And I don't know why.
Really?
Yeah,
Because
because
you
that
know
was a
what,
good
dude?
scene.
That scene, her two scenes that she had were the ones that definitely like pulled me in, because I got to ask you, I'm brain farting on Baba Yaga as the name because I feel like wasn't that the Swamp Witch in fucking like Pumpkinhead? I could be way wrong on that, dude.
I don't know, but she was that little witch in Dragon Ball that floated around on the.
Okay, but she's a mythical witch nonetheless,
Yeah,
right? That's
it's
what
a real mythical character. It's not like it's just some name they pulled out of nowhere.
No,
It's
I
from,
know, but that's what I'm trying to think. Like, what mythos is that? Does that necessarily stem from? Because that I honestly
Russian, I
don't-
believe.
Okay.
Eastern European. So yeah,
Oh, thank you.
Candy
Caleb.
said it's Eastern.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's a legendary witch, I guess. You know, kind of their boogie
Well,
person.
right, and I feel like I've heard that name utilized for witches around, like what you just said, like universally. She lives in a hut with chicken legs.
Yeah, so that was actually accurate in the movie.
Oh, well, that's cool. All right, Bob, give us a test.
Hello?
Good.
For the
Sounds good so
moment,
far.
we are good, and we're going to keep it going. Okay,
Okay.
so is there anything negative you want to throw on this movie, Bob, before we get to Broad?
When I said before about Morbius, I didn't mean it was bad as Morbius. I feel, though, the only thing I can say, it just felt rushed.
Okay.
It feels there should still be, like, it was
You
entertaining.
wanted more
It's-
backstory into it, or like more
I
depth
mean,
into it?
I-
What are you talking here?
I feel like his backstory was kind of thrown all over the place.
His backstory was short. Like, we got
Right. It
like,
was.
but
It was very short. I feel like it could have been more. Like, I know this was everybody wanted Hellboy 3, so maybe they should have treated it that way. But I'm sure with studios, it's tough, whatever. But there should have been more backstory on him, and if they toned his humor down a little bit more, I would have been fine with that. And had they taken their time to really put it together,
I feel like though if they would have tried to make it Hellboy 3, it would have come out like RoboCop 3.
ooh,
yeah, and that was a rough
flying
one, too.
RoboCop. Now, let's just say, for shit's sakes, they wanted to make a Hellboy 3 like this, but don't make it a sequel. Why not start it with a prequel? Like, jump a little bit. You know what I mean? If you start him with a prequel, I feel like it's easier to throw him back into like doing a fourth one, which would be essentially the third one. Maybe that'd be too confusing. I don't fucking know.
I think it would be too confusing.
I don't know, man. Hasn't like Star
But
Wars done that
we
shit?
all
dude?
know about the multiverse now because
Mm-hmm. Oh, and the only other complaint I had is not even the movie. It was the trailer with that shitty smoke on the water. Who the fuck does that?
That is
Who
a
the-
fair complaint.
Who
That's a
the
fair
a- no, no,
complaint.
who the absolute fucking does that?
I can't.
No,
I
that-
can't wait till we go to favorite song because I have two that I got to pick from.
I honestly don't even remember any, so I might have to like just bounce off of one of your two that you picked.
Really? You don't-
I forgot. And it definitely is not the trailer one right there, because I can tell you that, because I did not like that either. I'm with you about. No,
That's
man, like I said,
absolute horseshit.
overall, like I wanted more fights with him. Like me, I feel like this one could have sustained being an extra like 20 minutes longer. That's just me. Maybe we didn't need more fights, but I don't know, like, or maybe I wanted more interaction between like him and like the Panther dude. Wait, okay, so what is he? Is he a were-cheetah?
Were-jaguar, I think.
Were-jaguar? Is that what we want?
Jaguar, yeah.
Okay, so he's King from fucking Tekken. All right.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, do you guys remember there was a fighter back in the day where you can actually like transform into animals? I haven't. I'm brain farting on the name. But it's like, obviously there was one dude with a wolf. Like one guy could turn into a tiger, another guy turned into a white tiger, one guy turned into a lion, another guy turned into, one dude was not, he was called like the Unborn, and he turned into like this weird fucking like bug like Guyver thing. There was a girl who was like a half cat. There's a chick who's like they're all like were animals.
I have no idea.
Bloody Roar.
Was
Bloody
it?
Roar. Yeah. Sorry. That's my fire thing. I wonder if Brody would know that. Brody hasn't popped in tonight. I hope everything's all
No, he
right.
hasn't.
We haven't heard from Brody. But speaking of which, we will hear from him now.
There You conjured
There he is.
him.
Did. Awesome. MK Animality. Yeah, right. Let's do animalities. Let's have Shiva turn into a scorpion and Scorpion turn into a penguin. Why?
Well, remember, that was before they added Scorpion into the game with Ultimate MK3.
I know.
It was, yeah. But they
I
should have just
know.
left it open. Let's just have her turn into a fucking alien
But-
face hugger. I don't know.
But
Sounds like Man Bear Pig.
here's my problem with that, Chad Daddy. They knew they were already coming out with Ultimate anyways. So you knew you were coming out with Scorpion regardless. Why would you not save the Scorpion? This is a totally fucking fatality.
And they could have just delayed the release of the game for 6 months.
I mean, Ultimate
just-
was literally released 6 months after the fact anyways. And then
Yeah, that's what I
fucking-
said. They could have just
And
waited.
then
that
Trilogy
6
was
months.
another like what, 6 months to a year, I think it was. I think it was like another year or so. Trilogy was just fucking copy and
That was
paste
at least
fully.
a year because I remember getting Trilogy on PS1 and then
Oh yeah,
Ultimate
baby.
MK3 on the Genesis.
Yeah, but they had Ultimate MK3 on PS1.
Yeah, they did.
But yes. All right. So yeah, right. Kano turns into a spider. Well, maybe it's a huntsman spider.
Oh,
Actually, I think it was a tarantula, but we're gonna pretend it was a huntsman spider. All right. So
That's a bit.
now that Brody's actually here, we're gonna hear what he has to say about this
Yeah.
delightful fucking movie. Let
Brody?
me load this mother liquor up. Whoop.
Well, howdy fucking doody there, folks. It's DKB here back for another motherfucking episode of Gore N Motherfucking More. And here I am to talk to you about fucking Hellboy. Now, I totally understand all you fans out there of the Hellboy's comics and films from Mr. Guillermo del Toro are kind of bummed that we didn't get a continuation of the first two films and that we got a film with apparently, I'm not entirely sure, but from what I've heard, 3 different storylines all combined into one film, and that's what we get with this film. And like I said, I never really read the comic books. I had vaguely seen the first 2 films from Mr. Del Toro himself, but yeah, it wasn't really something that attracted my attention. I still think Ron Perlman's absolutely a fucking fantastic Hellboy, but for me to go in with an open mind with this film, I was actually like loving David Harbour as Hellboy because I love David Harbour in general as an actor. I think he's absolutely fantastic. He really knows how to flush out an emotional depth of one's character, but also mixing that comedic humour element to it. And I think he kind of really does that with Hellboy in this film. He sort of feels like he has fun with it. And that is the main thing. I mean, he's not really trying to outdo Ron Perlman. It doesn't look like he's trying to overact it and trying to be really enforceful with the character, but you can definitely sense that he brings a little bit of his own to it, and it actually works. when I went and saw this at the cinemas back in the day, by the time the end credits are rolling, do you know what? I was actually entertained from start to finish, and that kind of helped going in with a low, low expectations with this film, considering that when it was coming out, it was getting pretty bad reviews, so it was just one of them things. I wanted to go to the cinema, and I was like, you know what, fuck it, I'll judge for myself. And like I said, I was entertained from start to finish. A fuck ton of gore in this, a fuck ton of death. What more could I ask for personally in a comic book film, especially along the lines of this character? I think I saw somewhere on the internet that there was a kill count for this type of film, and it was definitely over 600. People actually went to the extreme lengths to watch the whole entire film and count every single death, and it ended up being about 600. Or 600 plus. So, yeah. Good luck, Gore N More boys, trying to pick your favourite kill, because holy Santa Claus fucking shit, you are in for a mother flipping treat. But yeah, like the character designs of of the monsters and creatures themselves, that the majority of them are obviously CGI and that. So it's kind of a little bit iffy with that. If it had a bigger budget, it kind of probably would have looked a little bit better. But I could still put that shit aside with a film like this and enjoy it for what it was. The Baba Yaga, holy fuck. You know what? That's what Zelda should have looked like in the new Pet Sematary remake instead of this generic fucking absolute trash that we got. She or he or whatever the fuck that thing was absolutely terrifying. That needs a fucking film by itself. Don't even associate the Baba Yaga with Hellboy. Just make it its own film. I just want to see that shit go down. That was absolutely terrifying. It was fucked up. That was a great scene. Mila Jovovich in this, she was my first on-screen crush. So, I've always got a soft spot for her, eh? Or a bit of a heart. I better fucking not go into too much depth, but yeah, she is quite exquisite on the eyes. And every time she graces the screen with her visual appearance and style, whatever the fuck it is, I'm always glued to the fucking TV. So yeah, Mila Jovovich really knows how to bring. She doesn't really do anything special in this. She just sort of brings out this character, meant to be portrayed as a witch. The more I think about it now, it's actually pretty bland and mediocre. Fuck. Maybe I should have thought about that one a little bit more. But you guys get where I'm coming from. Yes, she didn't really bring anything new to the table. She just sort of played herself and was meant to be a witch. Anywho, enough of that shit. I enjoyed this film at the end of the day for what it was. I know a lot of people are probably going to hate me for saying that, but for me personally, I was entertained and I had somewhat of a fun time with it. Not saying it's a masterpiece, not saying it's one of the best comic book films of all time, but I still had fun for what it was. So today I am giving you a Gore N More score of I might have to give it a 3.3. It's your DKB here, and I look forward to hearing what you motherfuckers have to say about this film, and I'll catch you next week. Cheers, gentlemen.
Cheers,
Thank you,
Brody.
Cheers.
Thank you.
So the
And you
kill
know what?
count was 641 kills.
Oh, thank you, Scoops. Nice.
Yeah, it was kind of hard to count when there's all those
Dude.
Yeah.
the knights at the beginning and all the Nazis and the people that got torched and everything. So yeah.
That must have been a group session of a kill count right there, dude. Was it actually Dead Meat that did it? Or did Dead Meat do it or no? Who kill counted it?
Joe Blow Originals.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yep. All right. Sweetness. So thank you for that, Brody. And 3.3, honestly, that sounds kind of about right for how I feel as well.
I love how he backtracked when he realized that Mila Jovovich really didn't do much in this movie.
No, she didn't.
She came in and she looked hot, dude. What else does she have to fucking do?
It takes a little more than that sometimes, John.
I wouldn't even say she looked hot. Not in this.
Okay, cut up and like, I don't know, man. I thought her in the red looked hot. Like, yeah, it was a total like crazy green screen background and all, but like, I don't know. Still kind of dug it. But hey, that's just me. Maybe I'm sitting in the same boat with Brody though, because she was always an on-screen crush of mine as well. So
Could be.
I mean, come on, bro. First scene in Resident Evil, and she's fucking laying there half naked on the fucking floor. And you're like, all right, what do we got here?
And that's how we met her in The Fifth Element as well.
Right? Exactly. Half naked.
I can't even tell you how many times I would like pause it right to where you could see her cooter.
In which one, Steve?
Resident Evil.
Oh, because
if you pause it right at the right spot,
it's right there. And you're
it's there.
I remember seeing that shit in theaters, and me and my boys were like, oh! We were like,
Bush. We got Bush.
We got
Right?
Bush.
Fucking felt like Booger from. I'm sick of all the tits. Show me some Bush. Alrighty. So, is there anything else we want to discuss? Is there anything that you guys want to add on to what Brody said? I feel like like I said, man, I agree with him with the Baba Yaga, dude. Like that shit, like that was some of my favorite.
Yeah, absolutely. Give us a whole movie of her, because she was frightening looking,
fucking creepy as hell.
She
in her closet full of kids, dude. That was fucking awesome. The closet full of kids is just like, I want the whole story of her kidnapping that. Like Brody said, dude. Like, give me hold of that.
Yeah, that could be. Fucking...
I mean, she's been doing it
for years, thousands of
years. So you could give us a Baba Yaga film that takes place in the universe that's set centuries before.
Oh hell yeah, dude! And I want it. Well, yeah, because then she wouldn't be in prison in her little house there. Or whatever,
and she'd have both eyes.
Yes. I want to know, like I want to see like her, like, because I'm assuming she started human. I'm assuming. I could be way wrong. On this.
Probably have to, yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, I want to see like the deformation of her mouth to like whatever that.
Yeah, I want to see her. Yeah,
unless it's just always been like that. I don't fucking know. You would think like something would like, I don't know, man. She's got them big old saggy orangutan titties, fucking just flopping all around,
peg legs and shit. Yeah,
yeah, dude.
She'll peg you. She'll peg you for sure.
Right?
Oh.
She just lays back and just goes, hold on. Throws him off.
I think I downloaded the wrong Baba Yaga movie.
That's so.
Or did you?
Fucking gross, dude. When she was licking on him.
Oh my god.
He's like, oh, you have hair on your tongue.
Oh, dude.
Okay. All right, real quick.
So
That's
gross.
one scene where his comic relief was perfect.
Yeah,
Because she was fucking scary. He's over here like, no, thank you. No.
So gross, dude. And also when I don't know, dude, it's like anything, obviously, like anything gross going into the mouth or face. So like when he killed the giant and it was just like sliding, like spewing on him, like, what?
So what did you eat? Oh,
wait, I already know that. Yep. Why did I even ask that? Dude, the giant scene actually I fucking loved. Now I questioned it, but I think I also answered my own question while I was thinking about it. So like, it seemed like he overtook the giants way easier than he did with the knights.
Yes.
Now, that being said, the knights thing was a complete ambush.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, given like, you know, what was said and all that good shit. But like, was it because he was like holding back on them? Because
they caught him off guard, stabbed him in the fucking center of his chest.
There was also more of them too. So that's what I'm saying. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I mean, he took a lot of them out, but I mean, there was just too many of them. And then, of course, you got to remember it's a bigger target, so they're a lot slower, easier to get out of the fucking way.
And he had more. He had more room to maneuver too.
Yeah.
Like that. Those two scenes, like it almost just seemed like it was a weird show of power or of like level. I don't know. Like, I guess thinking in DBZ, like it was almost like a weird like power leveling thing. It was like, wait, what the fuck? Like, how did you just not do that? But that's why I almost wonder if like he was not really like.
Well, he holds
like he could have
humans.
Well, that's what I'm saying, like, dude, because he could have like fucking thrown them.
He could have been.
Well, then it's like this too. When he turns his phone off, or when his dad's calling him, and he
breaks his phone. Yeah.
But how does the fucking elevator not fucking destroy when he's fucking
punching it? Right? Yeah. I was wondering that too. I'm like, he's punching it with his big hand.
Yeah.
So but you know, maybe the Bureau knows, so they like reinforced it with some fucking like adamantium fucking.
I love though how every time he broke his phone, he's like, "Oh, come on, really?"
Yeah, that was a good
Not
running
again.
gag. I enjoyed that. That was funny. And I still consider it the beginning because like I know like what Chad's beginning, what he did not like. But I like the introduction beginning of Hellboy with him in the fucking wrestling ring down
That
in
was
Mexico.
that was really
that
cool.
was fantastic.
Good.
That should have been how they opened the movie.
That to me feels more like the intro than the
Yeah, that feels more
intro.
like the
Does
intro.
that should have been
No,
the
and it
intro.
makes sense. It makes sense that should have been the intro to the movie instead of this.
Well, maybe okay, and maybe and this is just me fending, I guess. Is there anything such as a pre-intro? Can you have like that would almost be like what we got with the
It's like a
Mila Jovovich
prelude.
thing? Yeah,
That's a
okay.
prelude.
So that
and
was
the
the
intro
prelude,
to the
and then the
movie
intro
is-
was the luchador fight.
Yeah,
See, I feel like that's
I'm down with that explanation. I'm okay with that one.
because I look at it like Star Wars, dude. That whole like Mila Jovovich, like Lord or King Arthur and shit like that. That's just like the word scroll that you're reading to prep you up to get you ready for where we're at now in present day.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Just think about that when we get down to the question, Chad. Just throw it.
All right. Will do.
I don't know if that's a weird like skirt around the corner kind of thing for it, but all right. So I think we're pretty much set for general discussion here.
Yeah.
Right. All right. So, Chad, what do we got behind the curtain there, buddy?
All right, well, let's start off with this. So in mid-2002, Ron Perlman once again endured the 4-hour makeup routine required to transform it into Hellboy to fulfill the Make-A-Wish request of a 6-year-old boy named Zachary who had leukemia. Creature Effects house Spectral Motion, who'd worked in the 2 previous Hellboy films, applied Perlman's Hellboy makeup so that Zachary could spend the day hanging out with his favorite superhero. Guillermo del Toro was so touched by this event that inspired him to restart production on the shelved Hellboy 3. However, after several years without progress, because Del Toro was working on several other projects, the studio had approached Neil Marshall to helm the next film and decided that it had to be a reboot. To set it apart from Del Toro's vision, Del Toro announced Hellboy 3 was subsequently announced to be canceled, and this reboot's development started soon after. So he wanted to do it. They kind of pulled the rug out from under him and approached somebody else to do it. And then they decided, it's not going to be Hellboy 3. It's going to be a new Hellboy universe.
Well, they were going to have Ron Perlman was going to do it, but after they pulled, I don't know if you said it, but after they dropped Del Toro, he was like, I'm not fucking doing it.
Well, yeah, dude, like,
And fair enough. It's Del Toro. I wouldn't do it if he wasn't on it.
That was
but I really didn't like the second Hellboy. Like it was,
you know what?
I did not like it.
It's weird because I didn't like it the first time I watched it, and then when I gave it a second go, I enjoyed it way more.
Yeah.
But there is way more like fantasy
Because that was like the
elements in it.
elves or something.
Yeah. But dude, first of all, the whole beginning scene of him like coming in and letting out the little tooth fairies, and then them literally just fucking killing everybody till they're literally tar.
Yeah.
Fucking awesome. Like I love that shit. 2 is dark in its own ways, but you know what I mean? It's like
But it's like a dark fairy tale more than anything.
Right. But
Yeah,
then you have like all
yeah.
the giants and stuff like that. And that's where it gets really into like the super like overly fantasy-esque. But I feel like in the giant scene in this one, the way they filmed it and everything, it felt similar. You know what I mean? Like it, because like I don't know. I mean, how many stylings can you go with fighting giants? I guess.
Yeah, it's kind of tough at some points.
But I don't know. Like I felt like there was nods here and there, and maybe that's just me like looking for something that's not there. But I don't know. I could be
Oh, there
wrong.
were definite nods here and there.
Right. I mean, obviously, you get Abe Sapien at the end, who's not. He's obviously a character in the comics nonetheless. But I'm glad we got that at the end. Spoiler alert. Like that was a cool little fight, dude. Like that was all right. So cinematography wise, I thought that was one of the best shot things in the whole fucking movie.
It was like a crazy trailer or like a demo for a video game.
Oh my God, dude. Like if it was the trailer for the lead up of the second movie, which essentially it was, you sold fucking me. And I'm
Right?
sad like it didn't do well because I would totally want the second movie of them getting Abe Sapien and like making the team bigger and then like dealing with, you know what I mean? Like whatever.
I agree.
So I don't, know if you have that in your notes or anything. If like where this sits as per no, nothing like
I
that.
would say don't hold your breath as bad as it is.
Probably not. Yeah, I know.
But you never know. We could get some form of it, maybe a direct to Netflix or HBO, or who knows? Maybe not direct to HBO because they don't want to do that anymore because that fucking moron's in charge.
Oh, wait. Of Warner Brothers or HBO?
HBO.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
The Discovery. What's his name?
Abe Sapien is too busy with Shape of Water. Yeah, he is.
Yeah. Okay, so continuing, Mike Mignola takes a more direct involvement in the production of this film than he did on the Del Toro Hellboy films. According to him, since a new director would helm the reboot, the idea with this one was to downplay the superhero elements and strip out the Del Toro-isms and stay closer to the darker tone of the graphic novels, making it a much more horror-oriented entry into the franchise.
Aha.
And they
All
were
right.
going that way too.
Mm-hmm.
I felt it. No, this was definitely like, because I've let my kid watch the other ones. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, as dark as they get, it's still PG-13.
I would probably...
This was like right 5 minutes into this. I was like, this is definitely not an 8-year-old approved movie.
No.
Yeah, no. I'd let my oldest daughter, she's 12, she can handle it. And my son probably would too, because he's getting into more shit like that. But Harper, she took one look at Baba Yaga and she's like, nope.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
I mean, if
like
we
that.
all took one look at Baba Yaga, we'd be like,
I would be
"Fuck
dealing
this."
with nightmares on that one.
Right.
Dude. Like, no. Fuck that, dude. All right. What else we got, Chad Eddie?
Mike Mignola and Guillermo del Toro had a disagreement about the third film, which ended their friendship.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's a hell of a fucking
That's-
disagreement, dude.
that's an argument right there.
What? I want to know what it was. I'm not going to lie. I want to know that tea.
Yeah, I really do. Jesus.
What would the argument of a potential movie be so bad to end a friendship over?
Probably the fact that, like we said before, that this is the Del Toro ones aren't true to the comics at all.
Yeah.
Especially the way 2 ended with Liz pregnant with Hellboy's baby. Was she having twins? Was it?
I
Yep.
think it was twins.
Okay.
It was twins. I was all for it though, man. Like, I don't know, man. The movies don't have to go with the comics. It's cool if they do, but
Yeah, but a daddy Hellboy, I don't know about that.
I mean,
Why,
here
dude?
he was
Like,
a little
I was gonna
boy,
say,
technically.
yo,
you know?
you're telling me if Jahavich got her way and actually turned him evil, that she wouldn't be riding that fucking devil dong and be popping out devil kids? Yeah, dude. Absolutely. I'm still pissed we didn't get that fucking bloody makeout scene. Like,
I know.
what the fuck? They look hot.
Kind of did, yeah.
All right, what else we got, buddy?
Okay, so David Harbour described his portrayal of Hellboy as a teenage version of Ron Perlman's Hellboy. He's younger and tougher and really struggling with the idea of whether or not he's a good person.
I could see
Actually, that would make sense then.
That's what I'm saying, man. Like, they could have just brought him in and did a third one as a prequel format and then just reset it right from there. But making it more violent, obviously, like at that point, they're going to want to separate the universes.
Right.
Yeah. So I get it. I still enjoyed it, man. Like overall, like I said, I was thoroughly.
Yeah, it was
entertained.
still a very enjoyable movie.
What else we got, Chad Daddy?
On August 21st, 2017, Ed Skrein was cast as Major Ben Daimo in the film. However, upon discovering that the character was portrayed in the comics as a Japanese-American character, he announced a week later he was pulling out to allow an actor of Asian heritage to be cast instead. According to The Hollywood Reporter, Skrein's decision marked the first time a white actor had left a high-profile role after such criticism.
You all right there,
Jesus
Scoops?
Christ.
Scoops has got to fly too, maybe.
Yes.
You got one too?
Yes.
Bro, I got one that's pissing me.
I
the
swear I saw
fuck
one
off.
buzzing around Bobby.
Yeah, I saw one fly across Bobby's fucking.
Dude, is there like a
well,
fly that's just like going?
I'm not
through
swatting
each of
in
our
my
cameras,
room.
like,
No,
it's the
no.
same fucking fly.
Now you got me
I got
looking
a
for
whole-
one in my room. I don't see
I got
one.
a whole ass basement. He's got to be over the fuck here. Like, what the fuck? Dude?
The light.
Like, yeah. Oh yeah.
That's what it is.
There's more fucking light on over there. What the fuck over there? Bitch. Anyways,
John, you smell like shit.
it is a little skunky over here. I won't lie. Anyways,
Okay, David Harbour, who had never worked out before, underwent rigorous training to get in shape for the role of Hellboy. Harbour even went as far as to create his own makeshift costume out of sports equipment so that he'd be prepared to endure the extensive makeup, prosthetic, and bodysuit.
Damn, that's a hell of a way to train. I like it. Makes
Yeah.
sense.
He
Yeah,
got ripped, and
makes sense.
I love that they carried that over into Stranger Things as well.
What, that he got jacked?
Yeah,
Good for him.
like they actually addressed that because he was in the storyline. He was in a Russian prison.
So I've seen a lot of ladies online debating the situation, and a lot of them like Ripped Harbor, or what's his name in the actual Stranger Things? I'm fucking
Hopper.
Hopper, yeah.
Thank you. Close enough. They like Ripped Hopper, but a lot of them like chubby
Dad bod.
chubby
Dad bod.
dad. Yep. So
Chicks love dad bods. That's all I'm
They
saying.
do.
Especially in the wintertime.
Yeah, because we cuddle good.
And we have better snacks.
dude, you
And
don't
we
need
know
to
how to
cuddle.
eat.
Bobby and myself. I mean, I know Bobby's a big man too, but like, you don't even need to cuddle, man. You're just a fucking living furnace,
I know.
right?
My girlfriend says the same thing. She's like,
Rebecca knows, dude. I heard her bitching about it. She's like, yeah, dude, he makes me fucking sweat, and it's not just
I real quick. I get in bed this morning or last night. It's fucking hot. I leave the bed. She's like, you left and the heat went with you. Come back. I'm like, you're not bitching. Oh,
getting cool. Yeah,
it's getting
Ah.
cool.
that's right. Hell yeah. What else we got, Chad Daddy?
Okay, let's see. In January 2017, inspired by the success of Deadpool, Guillermo del Toro held a Twitter poll for his followers to vote for production of Hellboy 3. It's not Hellboy 3. After receiving over 100,000 votes, Del Toro arranged a sit-down meeting with Ron Perlman and Mike Mignola to discuss furthering the development of the project. However, because Del Toro had long been busy with other projects, the studio had already approached Mignola with their plans for a reboot, reusing a Hellboy 3 script version without the Del Toro elements and staying more true to the violence in the comics. Afterwards, Del Toro went to Twitter saying Hellboy 3 was 100% not happening.
Damn. I mean, yeah, it's
Wait,
just
no.
It is what it is.
I do know why they had a falling out. It's down here. We'll get to it. Basically, it's because what happened was Del Toro wanted to continue Hellboy 3 in the comic books as a comic book version, and
Okay.
Mignola took great offense to that because he felt like the film was Del Toro's and the comic was his. Like that was their own thing.
Yeah, but why can't they do a Del Toro verse comic version? Like
Because
Mignola didn't want
it's and egos. That's
it's exactly
ego
what
on
it is.
the
It's
other
ego.
guy.
It's 100% ego.
That's
like
yeah.
that seems so dumb.
because that's
like,
mine. That's mine. You can't use it. It's like, bro, we can
No,
make
but-
money.
There's so many. Okay, dude. There's so many different All right, ones that I could actually speak personally that I know of, like Ghostbusters. Dude, there's so many different variants of Ghostbusters, dude. There's been the actual comic versions. There's been the comic versions of the movie style. Then there's comic versions of the fucking cartoon stuff. You know what I mean? Like, that's so stupid to limit it that, because if it's the only way to continually what the hell was there? Fuck it, dude. Ash versus Freddy versus Jason. We would have never got that had it not been for comic form.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, case in
I
point.
think. Well,
That's
I
so
think
dumb. That's
only
so dumb.
No, I think it's because Hellboy's established as a comic. That's probably why. The other ones were not.
So what, dude?
That's the only other thing that could really play in. It's like the comics was this. We have this now. The movie.
But the thing is, they could do it and just do the art style completely different from the original Hellboy comic, and people
Right.
be able to differentiate that.
And that's what comics always do. Like, you make it exactly like Del Toro's style versus, because first of all, anybody that just look at the image of Hellboy from the comic, if you just drew him more humanoid like he would be as Ron Perlman, that's your automatic, like, you know what I mean, like, line in the sand right there. Because dude, he has fucking hooves in the normal comic.
Right, right.
You know what I mean? Like,
He does.
so
Yeah,
right
he does.
there. And the original comic, like, is more like the animated films, right? If I'm not mistaken, like Blood and Iron, and I think we mentioned the other one before, but I can't remember. Gentlemen, anything? Nothing? All right, either way.
I don't remember.
I don't remember.
No,
the
that's
name.
fine. That's fine. No, that's cool. Anything else, Chad Daddy? Fuck it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I got a ton. The storyline draws from 4 comic books in the Hellboy series: Darkness
Wow.
Calls, The Wild Hunt, The Storm and the Fury, and Hellboy in Mexico.
I thought there was one more.
What?
I
That's
could've
a
swore it was
lot.
5.
So Hellboy in Mexico is obviously the beginning. What are the other ones? I have no idea.
Darkness Calls, The Wild Hunt, The Storm, and The Fury.
So the Wild Hunt is probably the ambush,
That's
where they
that's
go
my
with the
guess.
giant hunt. I'm guessing.
Oh, it was
All right.
4.
And then what were the other two again?
Darkness Calls and The Storm and The Fury. Darkness
So
Calls sounds...
Storm and the Fury had to be the Nazi thing of probably his birth and shit like that. I would guess, like his origins. And I'm assuming the other one's actually the Red Queen story.
Yeah.
If I was just gonna take a guess in the dark.
See, I would think
Yeah.
The Storm and the Fury is the Red Queen, and Darkness Calls would be more of the Baba Yaga part.
Ooh.
Yeah, because
Ooh.
I could be wrong though, man. I have no idea. Like I said, I've never read it, so I don't know exactly.
Storm and the Fury sounds like a Call of Duty like plot where you're going against a chapter in the Nazis. That's why I'm always just kind of going with that.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like you're going against the Storm and the Fury. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't Arnold there. But
why did you Arnold that shit?
I don't know why I Arnold it.
That means you need to Arnold it in the morning with
We
me
all
and
know
pump the iron.
We all know
Wild
Arnold's
Hunt.
dad and grandpa was
Wild Hunt's the one with the queen.
Wild Hunt's the one with the queen.
Yeah.
Wow,
That's where he
I was
finds
way
out
off on
that-
that. Okay.
That's where he finds out he's a descendant of Arthur and all that shit.
See, I was wondering if that
But
was.
that's not the
if that
one
was
where he gets. But he gets stabbed by all the knights and shit. So I figured like that would be part of it. Maybe it's not. Maybe it is. I don't know. Interesting. Did you read these or did you just look that up?
I've read The Wild Hunt before.
Oh, you have? Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude. I'm sad. I hope we do get another one of these, but I'm sad if
I don't think we will. I
probably
really,
I don't think we will.
really wish we would, but
right.
like I said, it bombed. And like I said, I honestly think it bombed because people fucking just hated on it, man.
No, you're right. I think. Well, I also think with like I said earlier, I
Well,
think
and
it
then
also
where
was-
how it opened also.
Yeah, I think they put it up against a fucking like a failure of a month. Like they kind of fucked themselves.
It's like
Dude.
it's almost like they wanted it to fail. What they
Yeah,
threw it up
like
against.
if I was really first of all, if I was releasing any movie, let alone a superhero movie against Avengers Endgame,
Yeah.
even
you
if
got a
Avengers
lot.
Endgame was gonna fucking suck, dude, it doesn't matter. That shit was 10 years in that. Like,
Yep.
come on, dude. You're telling me the execs couldn't have looked at that shit a little better. And I don't know if maybe
Mhm.
Avengers and shit moved dates and stuff, but I'm pretty sure that one was pretty locked.
That
and
was pretty
for
solid,
a
yeah.
long time.
It actually moved
So-
up like a week. It was only supposed to be like the first week of May.
It
and they
moved
it
up
up a week.
because they interjected Captain Marvel only to make her seem more fucking whatever in Endgame.
Mm-hmm.
Because I remember watching Captain Marvel in theaters, and I was like, well, the soundtrack for that was amazing. The movie was kind of meh. So, anyways, what else
Okay.
we got, Chad Daddy?
After director Neil Marshall handed in his cut of the film, the producers took over. Michael Solinger said Marshall had never been promised final cut on the film.
Oh,
Damn.
Okay,
So-
so that's
So Neil Marshall's vision could have been completely different.
I'm so curious
Really?
now. So you know something? So this is a studio movie, which would also make it probably why it didn't do well. So the studio's like, well, we're going to studify this movie, and then we're going to put it out at a time when it's not going to do well. That's a studio move all around.
see, that they were probably thinking, they're like, listen, dude, like, because this is their own studio. They're like, we got to get on the superhero thing, right? But the problem is, like, this to me would have been better to release around Captain Marvel.
Yes.
If any of the superheroes, or what was after Endgame? There was
Spider-Man.
one that
Spider-Man
No.
Far From Home was like immediately after.
yeah, but
then-
that wasn't until Christmas time, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, he's right. It wasn't until Christmas time.
There wasn't
I feel
anything
like
right after.
there wasn't.
Hmm.
Am I thinking? Maybe I'm thinking. I don't know which one I'm thinking now, because I thought there was one that had an April release, and then there was another one that dropped instantaneously in May. Because I remember seeing them both, and I was like, "Damn, that was like back to back. What the fuck was that?"
I don't think. Let me look. Hold on, because I have
That might have been. What was the prior Avengers? That was just Infinity War, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Maybe it was that year. Maybe Infinity War came out, and then Doctor Strange came out like the next month or something. I feel like that. I don't fucking know. I could be wrong. Anyways, we're not talking Marvel.
Oh shit! What the hell? I had something here in my notes about all the movies that came out that month, and it's not in here.
Well, what the fuck? What month?
There
April
was,
2019?
yeah. What the fuck, dude? I swear, like half of my stuff's not even on here.
Well, oh, that was me deleting shit with my fat thumbs, even though I don't even have access to that.
What the hell?
I magically deleted it.
Because there was
deleted it.
shit.
Oh,
You
I
know
did.
what? I can.
I'll just look it up, dude.
Uh,
So April 29 releases were Hellboy, Avengers Endgame, The Best of Enemies, Pet Cemetery, Shazam.
No. I'm talking about all the superhero movies. There was 5 that came out that year because there was those 3, and then there were 2 that came out afterwards. Spider-Man was one of them.
Oop, hold on. Superhero, blah, 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 blah.
Hold on, yeah, because it.
Do the Google. Oh my God, dude. So
2019 superhero movies. There was
Avengers. Oh, they don't have these fucking. I want dates, damn it. Give me the fucking. Eddie, fuck it.
Okay, because Captain Marvel came out in what, March of that year.
That was March. Oh, because then you had X-Men, Dark Phoenix, Brightbird came out that year, which we watched. Hellboy, Glass. When did Shazam drop?
Shazam dropped like 2 weeks before this.
It must be.
It
must be
just been-
Infinity War. Then I'm thinking of or something.
It
like
must
that.
have been
Whatever.
Captain Marvel, but yeah.
Anyways, well, yeah, because Captain Marvel did it too, because they dropped it at the end of fucking March, and then literally mid-April, you're like, hey, here's Endgame.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
like I said, when I went to go see it, it felt literally like they just dropped it there because they have her in Endgame, and they were like, oh fuck, well, we need to give her her own movie first before we put her in there to seem like a big character. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, it's weird.
Even though she wasn't.
Yeah,
and then fucking Thanos punched her so hard she flew out of the entire movie.
that was pretty fun.
Okay, continuing. Layla Morris, who plays the part of the gatekeeper, the chip shop worker, is the real life sister of Gary Oldman.
Oh no shit!
Oh shit!
Hell yeah! Was that Survey or no? Oh my god, I'm gonna fuck that. Black, right? Sirius Black.
Yeah.
Isn't that what he plays? Okay,
Yes.
yeah. What's your
Yeah.
favorite Gary Oldman role?
Dracula.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, like I love him as Gordon, man.
I was
feel
thinking
like
that too.
I think
was
he's
thinking
been my favorite Commissioner Gordon, hands down.
he was
and
a really good Gordon. That's where I was leaning too.
Don't get me wrong, I love what's his name as newer Gordon, but to me, he's J. Jonah Jameson more than Gordon.
And I'm not a big fan of Nolan's Bat films, but Gary Oldman was just phenomenal.
Right. He was like, yeah, fantastic. Steve, you look deep in thought over there, buddy.
I'm gonna have to go with Dracula also. I fucking love that movie.
That's fair.
That's a great fucking movie.
It is. It really is.
It's fantastic, dude. Like my wife would definitely agree with you, homies. All right. That was a random like sidebar, Bo. What else we got, Chad Daddy?
In the comics, Hellboy wore shorts and, due to having hooves, leg warmers, though he would later go on to wear boots. And Hellboy and Hellboy 2, and in this film, Hellboy wears pants and boots. Though in the first 2 films, if you look... No, don't. We're not doing that again. Though in the first 2 films, if you look closely, his boots are hoof-shaped. In this film, even though his boots are huge, they are just shaped regularly.
Wait, they're hoof shaped?
Yeah, you never noticed that?
No, they are. I feel like those are a rewatch in my future. Anyways.
Okay. In both the comics and the films, even though Hellboy grows up to an adult at a somewhat faster rate due to his half-human, half-demon biology, he's mentally an adolescent. His mind gradually matures through the decades compared to his physical body expeditiously maturing from a child to an adult.
That would explain a lot.
That's why he's goofy.
Which is weird though, because like being a demon, you think he's going to be able to live for hundreds of thousands.
But
of
he's
years.
only half demon.
Well, that's why I said. That's why I started with maybe hundreds. Just even like I don't know. I don't feel like he would have the normal human lifespan, but it seems like the weird like the way his aging is and shit like that. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe that's what it is, dude. Like maybe that's what he still looks like as a teenager, even though like he's bigger, like adult, like puberty wise or something. You know, I don't know.
Okay. Continuing on. This is the first of 3 monster movies of 2019 to feature a cast member of Stranger Things in a prominent role. The films being Hellboy with David Harbour, Godzilla King of the Monsters with Millie Bobby Brown, and It Chapter 2 with Finn Wolfhard.
Oh, all right.
Thought that was a cool bit of info.
That is a nice little bit of info. I like that.
I'm trying to think which out of those 3 I would watch more. Probably Godzilla.
Oh yeah, definitely Godzilla.
Oh, you can't go wrong with Godzilla. Although I do like it, Chapter 2, so that would be a second one.
I'm not going to discuss on those. I did not enjoy them by any means, but
I couldn't get into. I watched part of
Did I
chapter 1. I think I was like an hour into it. I'm just not into this.
I don't even know if I watched the second one actually, because I watched the first one. I was like, meh. I don't know.
I saw them both in theaters. I thought I liked them, so I stand with.
No, that's fine.
And I love Stephen King stuff, but I just couldn't get into it.
You know what it was, dude, for me is it feels like there's and maybe you guys. So we've always talked about on the show the darkening of the 2000s films, but I feel like that's somehow come back in the later 2000s, and I feel like the It series is a perfect example of the darkening for me. And I don't like, but it's not the darkening anymore because now it's like the browning, because everything's got to be this like poop brown.
Not the browning again.
God.
Well, what else would you call it, dude? Like, I don't like, I feel like that was one of my biggest vibes with that movie is like the over filtering of it, is to try to make it like filter to these browns or whatever to make it just try to seem scarier. And I'm like, no, man, just live in the vibrancy of color. Like, why not? Right? Like that shit can be just as fucking scary, sometimes scary. Dude. Like,
this is true.
Like, I mean, look at Scoobs right now, dude. He's fucking freaking out.
He's tripping out, man.
Okay, I don't know if you guys noticed, but I skipped over the visual effects in the show notes.
Okay.
Because the visual effects were provided by Mr. X, Rhythm and Hues, Rise FX, and Worldwide FX, supervised by Chris McLean, James Cooper, John Haley, Marcus Dejan, Vasilina Gorgieva, Matt Casimir, and Stephen Begg, with the help of Goodbye Kansas Studios, New Boyana FX, Henri Reichel Studio, and Zivage. So there was a lot of hands on this.
Wow.
Effects-wise.
All hands on fucking deck for this one.
Right?
Yeah, seriously.
Fuck, yeah.
Jesus Christ.
It's like a fucking Marvel movie with as many effects houses.
That's what I was going to say. I was like, bro.
God, yeah.
Well, they were like, we're competing against it, so we need to have. No.
We need to have
move
10
the time
names instead of
slot.
2.
Move the. Dude, I would still say it, man. I feel like you could have just picked any other fucking month in 2019. You would have been fine.
Yeah,
This
wait till
would have been
September would have been a killer time to release it.
This
Because
would have
nothing
been a
comes out in September.
great summer block, like midsummer blockbuster, dude, or late summer. Like, fuck yeah, especially September, right before spooky season.
Yep.
Oh my god, dude. Or
Yeah.
right during spooky season. I'm sorry.
Well, yeah, either one
get
would have
thrown
been
out.
fine.
Well, let's be honest. September 1st is official start.
Excuse me, it's August 31st. Get it right.
Oh, okay. Push it a day. Even if Christmas, straight up, man. When I was getting stuff at Big Lots, when I was getting Halloween shit at Big Lots, man, they already had their Christmas shit right out with it too. And I was like, man, fuck off. Just fuck off. Keep that shit back there till October 1st or September.
No,
30th.
until November 1st. There is no early date for Christmas.
Well, I mean, if you're going November 1st, that's still pretty fucking early. But
Yeah, but that's a little bit more fitting.
Yeah, that's what annoys me. Though people complain about how Christmas is so commercial. Well, then stop throwing the fucking ornaments and shit out on the shelves in fucking August.
oh, dude, I used to hate that when I worked in retail. When it was like, all right, the Christmas shit's coming in. I'm like, but we just got the Halloween shit a week ago. They're like, yeah. It's like, no. And they're like, well, we have to do it. That's what corporate wants. It's like, no, fuck off. That's not the time. Like, Halloween first, then Christmas. And I'm like, and you guys even skip over Thanksgiving, man. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, don't skip Thanksgiving.
Right?
No.
Turkey
Okay,
Day's all about it.
Okay, so let's get to the last bit here. The final post-credit
Yes.
scene with Baba Yaga ordering an unseen person to go after Hellboy appears to be Koshi the Deathless, due to Baba Yaga stating she would grant him his greatest wish to die. Koshi is a character first introduced in the Hellboy comics and the story arc Darkness Calls, and part of the plot is Baba Yaga seeking revenge on Hellboy and getting his eye.
Really?
I don't think I can imagine Baba Yaga wanting to come after me. At that point, I'd be like, I'm just going to kill myself.
I would.
I would be like, Baba Yaga's looking. They'd be like, Baba Yaga's looking for you, Bobby. I'd be like, go fuck yourself. I'm going off a cliff.
Does she get the eye? I would hope so. Maybe.
I don't know.
All right. So is that it, Chad Daddy?
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
All right. I didn't even realize how fucking deep we are. already. God damn.
Balls
That's why I was trying to
deep.
move it.
We are
That's why I was
balls
trying to move.
deep in
I was
this
trying to move
bitch.
it along.
I was like, wow. Fucking time warp there a little bit. All right. So what format did we watch this on?
HBO
HBO
Max.
Max.
Yeah, it's right around the board.
Prime for me.
You don't have Max?
No, I'm not paying HBO more money.
I'm surprised you don't have it on demand.
No, not this time.
Damn. All right. Douche of the film. Red Queen. No. Pig Boy.
Pig
Bebop.
Boy.
Yeah,
Fucking
Pig Boy.
Pig. Yeah, dude. Fuck that asshole.
Yeah, piece of
He
shit.
just did it just because he was mad that he got called out for being a changeling. Fuck him. Favorite kill. Ugh.
Where the guy got his face ripped off by the big monster.
Oh, that was a good one, dude. That was,
yeah.
that was a slaughterific.
I'm gonna say the fucking the Osiris Club member that was leading the hunt, like right before he was about to be
The head?
fucking
And his head just got ripped off from
and
out of
his
nowhere.
head just
That's what
fucking got ripped off.
That's what I was gonna pick too. I'm with Scuba Steve on that one too.
All right, that was very sad.
Even though there was 640 whatever the fuck I said kills, that one was my favorite.
Because that was just completely from out of nowhere.
Yeah, I might have to agree with Bob because like that face rip was pretty fucking brutal. I mean, like
Yeah.
there's a lot of. I loved when like he was murking the people, like when Hellboy had his all sword and his vision and shit. But that's not really a specific kill. That's more of a scene. So, but that can lead us to our best scene. So, gentlemen, best scene in this movie.
The demons, after they crawled out of hell and just started annihilating everyone. That
Kaiju
whole
demon
scene.
battle.
Kaiju
Or
demon
Kaiju
battle.
All right.
Yep.
I'm gonna say his vision, dude. Him
That's
fucking
where I'm
riding the
going.
dragon.
That was pretty
That shit
badass
was
too.
so. Bro, you throw any like fucking hardcore metal.
That was
you don't
that's
even- yeah.
metal. That was
Yeah.
metal.
That
That
is
was
like.
metal.
Oh, it was
I would agree with.
fantastic.
I would
loved
agree
it.
with that too.
That is
My
a
fa-
that is a
the
Death
only
Clock
thing-
album.
The only thing that would have made that scene better is if King Diamond was playing in the background.
King Diamond.
Yeah.
King
You
Diamond.
wouldn't want Metalocalypse, dude.
No,
I would
fuck
want-
no.
I want Metalocalypse, dude.
I'm with John. I would have killed to hear that.
Nah, King Diamond.
I
You
want
need something
Grandma.
heavy on there.
No, I want the dude. I want the dude who actually the lead singer for Metalocalypse, but I want the guitarist and the instrumentalist, the guy who does the Doom soundtrack. His name is Mitch. Probably Brody knows, dude. He's way better with music shit than I am. That dude is fucking fantastic, man. You guys ever listen to his shit? He doesn't have any vocal stuff like that. It's just all instrumentals, dude. But it's like the fucking like heaviest fucking shit. Anyways, did we all say best scene, Bob?
Yes.
Yeah, I agree with you, John. His vision.
Oh, metal scene. Okay, and I know Scoop said that. All right, so opening scene. Now,
okay.
Chad Daddy says OG
Nope.
opening scene. Absolutely
Hated
not.
it.
No.
Hated it.
yes.
It's terrible.
Bob's also.
But if you go with the wrestling, yes. But
yeah, they should have
since-
made that the opening scene because that was
Yeah,
fantastic.
I was not bothered by the opening scene.
Neither was I.
fine. Like I was fine with it. It's the weird. It felt like weird flashbacky kind of shit. That's why, like, I know it was a lot of CGI, but at the same time, like, I liked seeing the knights and shit. I don't know.
It was the voiceover that killed it for me. More than
That
anything.
didn't even bother me really that much. Listen,
Uh.
man, I've been watching Dragon Ball GT, so talk about shitty fucking voiceover announcing. Dude, that's possibly some of the worst. So in comparison, I don't think it was that bad. But
Previously on Dragon Ball GT.
GT tries so fucking hard, dude. It's like, bro, you need to calm it the fuck down, man. We're talking space adventures here, not fucking yeah. Anyways, but I do agree. The wrestling scene should have been the opening scene, and then you could have given us a hey, we're going to explain the story of what
yeah, do it as a
happened.
flashback.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, so we'll go a little bit with that too.
Hey, maybe that was one of the things that Neil Marshall did, and the producers like, no, we're gonna put this as the opening scene.
I
Oh,
could
it's
totally
very
see that
possible, dude.
happening, yeah.
Re-editing. Yeah, it's very possible. All right, so most attractive character.
Really?
Hellboy.
Mila. She wasn't in it much, but she was still, yeah.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I can't say not. Mila Jovovich, dude.
I got to give it to the psychic girl Alice.
Alice was cute too. I'm not gonna
Oh,
say
yeah,
she wasn't.
was, yeah.
It wasn't just that she was cute. It was how foul mouthed she was.
Bro, I want
was
to know, does her
hilarious.
power work on just anybody or just those zombies? Like, if she was to come
wondering
up
that too.
and like one man, like, dude, she's
She
like
punched the soul out of
Right.
them. It was
That's what I'm saying.
awesome.
Like, if she just was like, yo, fuck you, and just wanted to come up and just soccer punch you, dude, does she kill you one punch just because she knocks your soul
You know,
out?
maybe it does, and maybe that's why she had those like brass knucks in the end scene. You know, it kind of
Well,
contains that power.
Yeah.
Either that or that was iron, which I thought. instead
think
of
it was
actual
iron.
brass knuckles. I
Was
think
it?
they were iron knuckles myself. But they did have a weird little symbol. But was it the fist symbol? I couldn't tell. It
No.
didn't
remember.
look. I would say it didn't look like the fist with the sword. It looked like something different. But
I'm gonna be controversial here and change my pick.
go ahead,
Go on Baba Yaga.
Oh, no.
girl, with that
Wait,
tongue,
With that
wait,
hairy
wait,
tongue.
So, in other words, wait.
Hey, and she's flexible as fuck.
Yeah, she.
Uh,
You mean to tell me
wow.
you're going to put your manhood where that mouth been? Yeah, what that mouth do, I don't want to know.
I mean,
That is not
I
one
don't know,
of those
man. You
occasions
put
where-
I
a
used to be
blindfold
20.
on and everyone.
No,
would Cindy
no,
Crawford.
I used to be
it
20.
doesn't.
It's all pink in the
Listen,
dark, baby.
Listen, no, that is not pink in the dark. That is black, and I'll tell you right now, she gonna. Oh God, you're
Yo,
gonna
man.
feel teeth. You're gonna feel teeth and be like, oh shit.
That mouth could definitely handle the Meat Mountain, dude. Like,
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't want to know. I don't want to know.
all righty.
No, I don't want that.
Bro, she would give you an HJ with her tongue, man.
oh,
Like that tongue. Yeah. Anyways. So let's see. Score set the mood. Yes, actually. I
Yeah,
liked it.
definitely.
Nothing that you're gonna probably take home on vinyl, but I thought it, dude, for violent superhero movie, fuck yeah, man. Definitely there.
Yeah.
Best song, gentlemen.
I have
Okay,
two.
now I'm hoping it's the same two that I have.
You
Let
go
'em
first.
fly.
It's a tie between the Spanish version of Rocky Like a Hurricane at the beginning in the
Okay.
wrestling ring and Kickstart My Heart.
Kickstart My Heart was one of them, but also the Alice Cooper song they played.
Oh,
It wasn't Alice Cooper, it was a remake.
No,
That's actually
It's
not
welcome-
Alice. That's not Alice.
No, that wasn't Alice Cooper's
Not
Welcome to My
Alice.
Nightmare.
are you sure?
I'm 1,000,000% sure. Unless they tuned up his song, which why?
Yeah,
would
if
they?
it's
They
like a
could get
newer
the-
recording, it could be
because
but
they could get
that's
the-
definitely not the original.
Yeah,
'Cause-
I'm pretty sure he's credited on the on the soundtrack for it.
Okay, because they tuned up his song, which why would you? Because you get the licensing from him.
I don't know, man. They do it on the radio all the fucking time.
What's radio? I don't know. I don't listen to radio.
I'm just saying.
I do. I still listen.
And
to
you
the
are a
radio.
DJ too, so you might you probably know better than we would.
Hold on, you keep going.
I'm looking up the soundtrack right now. All right, so
But yeah, that Spanish language version of Rocky Like a Hurricane was it kicked ass. I loved it.
I did like that too. That was pretty good. I mean, nobody's gonna go with Symphony Number 5 from Beethoven. Yeah, overplayed.
For me, dog.
Oh, look at that! Welcome to My Nightmare, performed by Alice Cooper. So I'm gonna go with that. There you go.
Oh shit.
So yeah, Alice Cooper.
Written by Alice Cooper and Dick Wagner. right.
He said Dick Wag.
That's right. Great name. All right.
Her.
So favorite character, dude, Hellboy
Hellboy.
and Abe Sapien, even though we didn't get to see him. He
I-
was there.
You know, I'm gonna give a runner up to the lobster.
Yeah.
Oh, ooh.
Yeah,
Fuck.
the lobster was good.
I just he just shows up.
All right.
Guten
Yep, nope.
Tag.
All right. Yep. Nope. We're throwing out Abe Sapien and we're putting him in there because he
The
was,
lobster is so cool, man.
bro. that was Wolfenstein full out, man. That motherfucker
Yeah,
came
it
in,
was.
and that was instantaneous. Now I'm brain farting on his name. What the hell is his name in Wolfenstein, dude? Is it? Oh my god, dude! And I was just playing it not too long ago. Anyways, fuck it,
Shit, I think Wolfenstein is on PlayStation Plus.
dude. The new ones are good. I've
I've look.
played. I just started playing the Old Blood again because I never played that one, but I've had it for a long time. So where are we at? Oh, okay. So did everybody say favorite character?
The Hellboy, yeah.
All right. Scary.
The
Not
Baba
for-
Yaga was.
If you go by character designs, yes, Baba Yaga was
Yes.
frightening.
Yeah, she was pretty fucked up. I
But
would say
as a-
definitely like this. I would not show this to my child. Just gonna
No,
say that for
definitely
sure.
not.
Depending on the child and age, but my kid's 8 and she is afraid of fucking everything. So definitely not this.
I don't know if my son could handle it or not, but I know for sure poor Harper, who's only 5, definitely wouldn't.
Fuck no, dude. You'd be dealing with that for a lifetime.
Daddy,
All right.
why'd you show me Baba Yaga when I was 5?
Because I
right.
wanted you to know what was living in your closet.
That's all right, Jesus.
Oh, you're terrible.
All right, so does it hold up today? Yeah, dude, it's
Yeah.
2019. It's not
Yeah.
even fucking old by any means. How's the acting? I thought it was fine. I thought it was fine.
So
Like,
everybody
there's-
was still great
was-
in it.
It was good. I didn't like the guy playing his dad.
No,
I actually
I
thought
like his
I
acting.
liked him.
I don't
didn't
know
like
if
his
it's the
acting.
same guy because I didn't look it up, but I'm pretty sure. But all I could hear was, did he voice Tai Lung in Kung Fu Panda? Because I
Might
swear
have.
to God, that's all I could fucking hear was Tai Lung the whole fucking time, and I'm like, oh my, I gotta look it up now. But yeah, like, hello there.
That was my bad.
Oh, you're fine.
Are you still hitting that damn fly?
No, my ring light fell.
Oh.
Damn.
Oh wow, it's because you tried to hit that fly. That's what it was.
It was exactly what it was.
Motherfucker.
What else
All
you
right.
use that ring light for, huh?
So cinematography. Now
I-
this movie is overly saturated with CGI. But
Yes.
It kind of needs it for trying to explain like what's happening on a global fucking scale. Obviously, among other things like riding dragons and shit like that. But once again, man, that end scene of them going to rescue Abe Sapien, that shit was shot so fucking fantastic. Now, if you gave me a whole movie like that, it probably would have been disorienting as hell.
It would.
I mean,
It
yeah,
would
it
oh my
would have been.
God.
But that was definitely the best shot for the whole.
Yeah,
movie.
that was fantastic. Like, I don't know what it was, dude. Because you know what it was? I think it was one of those things where it's like it's a one shot. You know what I mean? Like it's like everything was just one continuous fucking movement, and it was just like, all right, dude, I fucking dig this shit. But gentlemen, cinematography thoughts?
Yeah.
It
Yeah, I
was
think it's.
decent
I,
enough, yeah.
I
It
think
works
it's
for the
great.
movie.
Yeah, it works for the movie. Nothing to write home about though.
Word. All right, and premise. Yeah, man.
Yes, it was Tai Lung. FYI. I was looking it up.
Ah, yeah.
And he was also Winston in John Wick,
Oh yes, he was.
and he was Blackbeard in Pirates of the Caribbean,
Yep, which we did mention.
Mm-hmm.
and he was Mr. Bobinski in Coraline.
I didn't
Oh,
see Coraline.
Dude, he was
I've
awesome.
never seen it.
Tyler. I love the Kung Fu Panda movie.
And he was also the dad in Hot Rod.
That's Hot Rod.
He was.
He
Holy
was the
fuck,
fucking dad in
why
Hot
did I
Rod.
fucking skip on that?
Wait,
Oh my
wait.
God.
Hot Rod, was that
He was the-
was
he
that
was the
Will
stepdad.
Ferrell?
He was the
No.
stepdad. No, Hot Rod was
Andy
Andy
Samberg.
Samberg.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dude, two of hearts, two of hearts, they beat as one, two.
Don't get that song stuck in my head.
Why? That song is fucking awesome, dude.
Ugh.
Oh my God. That movie. Have you never seen Hot Rod?
No.
What?
I will come up with a new podcast just for all of us to watch Hot Rod together so we could talk about it because dude, Hot Rod is oh my God. I fucking
It's
love
my hat now.
you like I mean, like you got Danny McBride as a side character who's fantastic. You got what's his name from
Lonely
who's
Island.
writing Lonely Island Andy is a writer on SNL, but he plays his stepbrother.
Oh God.
Because he's his stepdad, right? It's not his real
Yeah,
dad.
it's his
and that's
stepdad.
why, because that's why he always like wants to fight him. Because he always fights him, dude. And they always like have like a feat of strength, but he can never beat his stepdad. And his stepdad's dying, from a heart attack. So Rod needs to save money so he can get surgery so he can finally beat him in a fight. That's the whole
Thanks.
premise.
Oh my
That's the
god!
whole premise of the movie. That's the
No, all
whole
I could
premise
think
of
it
the
was.
movie.
No, all I could think it was fucking Festivus. Thanks.
That's fine.
Oh yeah.
That's fine. That's the easiest way
Festivus
to.
isn't ever until you pin me.
That's the
And
easiest
isn't his
way to
name
explain
Frank?
it.
Isn't
think
his
it
name
might be,
Frank?
dude. It
I
might
think
be.
it's
Oh
Frank
my
in Hot
God.
Rod.
That's great.
Dude,
That's
he goes
great.
down like in armor and shit. He's like, "All right, Frank, let's go." And then like he just fucking like flips him over, and he's like, "Ah!" He's like, "You'll never be a fucking man." Oh, dude, it's so good. It's young Andy Samberg at his like best, dude. Like it's
Okay,
so
I'm gonna have
off
to
the
give it a chance
rails.
because I thought I would hate Step Brothers because the way people talked it up, and I fucking love it. It's one of my favorites.
No, Hot
Oh,
Rod's
so
one.
I'll have to watch
Dude,
that.
Listen, you're gonna be doing this for the next day. Just
All right, I
The
gotta see.
fucking the goddamn what is it? The Footloose dance scene. Or not, is it Footloose?
the rage dance scene. Never,
Yes.
never, never,
Yes.
never, never,
Oh
never
my
go.
god.
The best.
Oh.
Yeah, I need to go punch dance my rage out.
Okay, I'm looking this up right now.
Oh shit. Okay, we gotta keep going.
We
We're
just
at
went to a whole different
147.
podcast,
Yeah.
dude. What the fuck?
Oh,
All right.
fuck.
Oh, it's on Pluto.
There you go.
Yes,
There
it
you
is.
go.
All right. So
on Pluto
premise,
TV.
we all enjoyed it. All right,
My,
gentlemen.
my favorite part of the premise is when he looks at him and says, "Come on, get angry." That's not how this one starts hitting him. Come on, come on, come on. He's like, "Oh, so see, you get a little angry. All right, let's go."
Oh, and he punches what's his name in the fucking face there at the end.
He's like, "That's not how it works."
So, all right. So we recycle, rewind, remake, or reboot. Dude, I'm gonna rewind this. I enjoyed it. It was fun.
Yeah, I would rewind.
Reboot. I want to see a sequel. I want to see a sequel that gives us what we saw in the last 10 minutes.
Or reboot it and let's see the original version.
I want a sequel, so I'll rewind.
want
this
the
one,
sequel,
but give me a
dude.
sequel.
Yeah, that's,
Well, that's
I'd
what
be fine with that.
I consider reboot a sequel. And
Okay, yeah. So I'm good with reboot it.
Okay, there you go. All right, gentlemen, let's rate this bitch. Brody, start us out with a 3-point tree. Scuba,
I'm gonna go a little bit higher, and I'm gonna go 3.6.
0.6. All righty. Bobby,
I'm keeping it at even 3.
3. Shad Daddy,
I came in thinking, I was going to give it a 3.25, so I'm going to stick with that 3.25.
3.25. All right. And you know what? I was thinking I was coming in with a 3, but I actually think I enjoyed it more now that I talked about it. I'm going to give it a 3.4.
All right.
And that will be 3.3, like Brody called it.
God damn it, Brody.
Every fucking time.
Yeah,
Every
3.3
fucking
for
week.
Hellboy's 2019.
We should just start whatever he gives the score. That's what the fuck.
That's what it is. That's what it is. And it's not even like we're trying to do it, dude.
No,
Trust me.
not at
I'm
all.
not smart enough to figure out what I need to put in for that decimal to fucking figure out. Trust me. I'm not planning this shit by ear, dude. And I don't think these boys are either.
No,
No.
not at all.
All right.
I sucks at the math.
Yeah, exactly, dude. That's why I have a calculator all the time popped up when we even say this shit, because I'm like, I don't fucking remember this shit. All right. So yeah, 3.3 for 2019's Hellboy. Bobby, it is up to you, my good sir. What is your pick for our superhero pick?
Darkman.
All
Dark
right.
Man!
I
Yay!
absolutely love that movie.
Now, Chad Daddy, I need to ask, is this our last superhero? Do we need one
This
from
is our last
Brody?
one.
Or okay.
We have, after that, we are going into our spooky movies with the original Haunting.
All right. Do we have a Brody pick somewhere in there? Because I know we should probably throw one in. If we can. I can take out one of
Yes.
mine and move it in because
October 17th, we have an open spot. Let me double check.
all right.
Yeah, the 17th is open, and that is actually our last open slot for the
Okay,
year.
good.
Until we get to December. December's wide open.
But what's
'Cause we
the
always
theme of
wait.
them? What we're just doing spooky?
Yeah.
Because
Because it's all ghosts. We got the Haunting, House on Haunted Hill. That's blank. Then 1408. Then the remake of 13 Ghosts.
that was actually my wife's pick. So yeah. All right. So Brody, if you're listening still, and if not, we'll get to you. We need a spooky pick for you for our next.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody. The chat died like 40 minutes ago. I don't know what the heck happened.
It still shows 3 people on. I'm not watching, so I don't know if it's you guys or not.
Nobody said anything in the chat.
No.
Yeah, it's been quiet. I wonder if we've been kicked.
I don't know.
Nothing's popped up. I don't think. Right?
Yeah, that's what she said.
Yeah. Whoa, that's a
Hi-yo.
sad. All right, so Darkman next week.
Where can we find that?
You know what? I'm gonna look that up right now.
On demand, I have it on demand.
Of course you do.
Damn right I do.
Darkman 1990. We can watch this. It looks like pretty much you can rent it fucking anywhere.
Cool.
Amazon, YouTube, Apple, all that good shit. Doesn't look like it's streaming on anything though. And we get Bruce Campbell as the final Shemp.
I love that. Final Shemp.
Fucking right. All right, so we're pretty much at 2 hours. I got nothing nerdy to talk about, which is
I
fine
got
by
nothing
me.
either.
So, oh, you know what? That's a fucking lie.
Yeah,
So-
you got, yeah.
No. I'm not gonna go ham this week because we're pretty much bought on time. But going with last week's episode, within that week, we have confirmed that we are getting Constantine 2.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's actually pretty fucking titties that we just had. Somebody's vibrating in the background.
That's me. I'm getting a phone call. Hold on.
Oh, sorry.
Turn your
how's that-
vibrator off, Chad.
right? That
No, my
shit was
phone's
on-
like right here, but right
that was
underneath
on
the microphone.
That was on low mode.
Yeah.
Take it easy. But no, it's I thought it was fantastic that we just watched the movie and then they literally announced it within the week that they're coming out with the sequel, the long-awaited sequel, nonetheless.
Yeah.
I have so many questions. I cannot wait. I wonder if we're going to get a bearded Constantine or if Keanu's finally going to shave it. We will see, I guess.
And will
But-
we get the brown trench coat finally?
I hope
That
we
would
do.
be nice.
Years.
I hope we do.
I just think
But-
if he stays in just a black suit, it's going to be too John Wickish.
Yeah.
So we need something
Yeah.
to.
Well, and that's why I ask if he's going to shave. Like, it's
I would think he would.
I don't care if he leaves the long hair. I just want him to like almost shave the beard. And I am as a fan of a beard, that makes me sad, but I don't know. I just
And are we getting Shia?
Oh.
Oh my god.
Angel
I-
Chaz.
Fucking
That would be pretty
Ooh.
cool.
that'd be cool if we get like somehow. Yeah, dude, just one little scene of it.
I mean, anything can
whatever.
happen. Anything can.
Yeah, man. I mean, dude, we're talking fucking. He's fighting against hell and potentially heaven sometimes too. So, fucking hey, dude. All right. So that's exciting news. All righty. So catch us next week for 1990s Darkman, featuring the lovely Liam Neeson and Bruce Campbell.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah. Solid film, dude. I was actually going to pick that one, so I'm very happy, Bob, that you threw that on the roster.
Well, I gotta. That means I'm going to do a plot rundown, and somebody else can screw up the names.
which is hilarious because I think I stole your other possible pick too, because you said about Constantine. Your wife wanted you to do Constantine.
Yeah. Well, listen, dude. If we could have did the Guyver, it wouldn't have been even a fucking thought. It would have been like,
Oh,
no,
no,
we're all
yeah.
fucking watching that right now. But
Okay.
soon enough.
I just logged into my fucking Xbox Game Pass.
Yeah, you did.
I didn't know fucking Shredder's Revenge was on there, so I know
Dude,
what I'm doing
there's
after this.
so many games.
Oh my god. I'm gonna still pay for it, whatever.
Homie, listen, I haven't bought any games except for Evil Dead. That's literally the only game I've bought in the last 2 years because of Game Pass. Because if you think about how much you spend, that's 2 brand new games per 1 year.
Yep.
You get over 100 new fucking like, dude, like it. Listen, and you know what's the coolest part about this shit, dude? Is they got this new like cloud streaming style, so you don't even have to download the game. You can just
Mhm.
play it right through the cloud, right? And they have their system to where if you play games off of Game Pass, you can earn points. You can take those points and then flip it around and get free money back, so you can buy like DLC, all the other cool shit, whatever.
Huh.
So I'm trying all the games that it's telling you to try. So it's like, hey, play Power Washer Simulator. So here's me playing Power Washer Simulator. Now, I'm not going to lie. I watched the trailer for this. I was like, this is the stupidest fucking thing ever. My wife came down and she's like, I thought I heard water running down in the basement. And she's like, no, it was me 20 minutes playing deep in the fucking Power Washer. She's like, really? Really, John? And I was like, listen, it's way more fun than you expect. And then she's like, let me see. And she's played it for 5 minutes solid. Dude, because like the first mission is you get your van and you got to clean your van in order you to start your business. And like it goes down to the micro detail, dude. So you'll have like this dirt inspection mode where it'll show you like the dirt you missed. So it's like when you get that like perfect level of like you get it all clean, like you'll be like, bing, and it's like extra bonus, grill clean. You're like, yeah, baby, you get just that. I'm like, this is so wrong. This is so
as someone who does it for a living, it's even better in the real thing.
no, it is because I
Oh
have a
my
pressure washer,
God.
and that's what I'm saying,
Dude.
Bob. I can literally just go and do this to my house, but no,
Bro,
That's too much
I have
work.
listen,
That's too much
listen.
work.
No. I have got. You know how many houses I go past and I'm like, I want to clean that fucking house because I know I can have a good fucking
But
time doing
it makes so much. It makes so much sense though, because like look how many stupid like cleaning videos there are on YouTube of just people pressure washing shit that people will just watch because it's just fun to do that,
it's
dude.
ridiculous.
And they just turned that into a video game, and it's fucking fantastic. And it's co-op. So, Steve, if you want to wash things together,
No, buddy.
we can wash
I'm
and
fucking-
stream. Woo! Just
Hey, wait,
fucking
is
sold.
it cross-play enabled?
I'm pretty well for PC and
Yeah,
Xbox,
it's
at
Xbox.
least it should
Yeah.
be. But
So
for everything, I
Visage
don't
is
know.
on here. Oh,
Dude,
fuck,
there's
leave
so
it on
much-
first.
dude, you got to get Metal Hellsinger.
Hellblade. Hellblade's on here. I've been wanting to
Yep.
play that fucking
I've been
game.
wanting to play that for a while, but the Alice is on there. That's why I started playing that, because that's on the EA part of it.
Zombie Army 4. Fuck yeah.
Yep, that's on there, dude. I think the 1 through 3 might be as well. Maybe it's just 4 actually right now.
I played 4 not too long ago. I got kind of bored with it. I don't know why.
I played it just a dab. I never even played the first one, so that's why. But no, man, I think you should definitely check it out and keep it and enjoy it because you'll never need to buy a game for a long time. You'll be like, God damn, dude, I don't have time to play these shits.
And then I could just fucking stream all this shit that's on here.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing with PlayStation Plus. Has been streaming a lot of
Bro,
games.
it's so
fucking
good.
on the PlayStation Plus. I can stream the fucking Dragon's Lair games.
Hell yeah.
Oh, nice.
Fuck yeah, dude. I wonder what happened with our chat. Did we die? We must have died. Either way, it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
We're
whatever. We
fucking
had
this
fun.
is for the audio. So, all right, I think we time to wrap this bitch up. We're at 158.
Yeah, and I really
So,
got to piss. My legs are bouncing. I got to pee so
Scuba,
bad.
you want to start us off?
I still have to eat.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, as always, I'm your host with the rewind.
There we go. There we
Edit
go.
this. I didn't say much this episode, and then, I get tongue-tied. As always, ladies and gentlemen, I am your host with the ghost, the prince of the paranormal, the duke of the dead, the one, the only Lord Scuba Cabra saying, hasta la vista, baby.
This is your killing machine, your meat mountain. Bobby Moan saying we'll see you next week, and maybe I'll crack a table for you with my meat mountain. We'll see.
Oh. Don't threaten us with a good time, buddy. And this is your Dark Lord of Knowledge. This is your Chad Daddy saying, I'll see you next week, bitches.
And this is your not so mean fluff master supreme, Big Johnny D saying adios, gorehounds. And remember, stay fresh, cheese bags.
Thick 'em,
Penis.
schnack 'em, thick 'em,
Penis.
schnack 'em.